compliments my fly. And when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine.
Music licensing reimagined.
I got a girl that compliments my fly. And when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine. My one time for the one time.
Hey, you guys. See, I don't listen. There's audio issues on our end. I don't know if you guys hear like a double play. Okay. Okay, I found out the issue. I found out the issue. Okay, so it was just me. I just had it on YouTube on my actual desktop, and we were trying to figure out why is it double playing. Anyway,
yo, that joke was throwing me off.
Anyway, James is going to be the host on this one this time. We're going to do something different. Okay, so if you are new here, please hit the subscribe button.
We always do this anyway, so I'm like, it's not like you act like I'm going to do something different.
What? Because I'm normally the host, right?
No.
Yes.
You just be sitting up here talking, looking stupid.
But if you are new here, please honestly, I did this last time. You know, you guys, I'm going to change my streaming app, so please bear with me with a little bit of technical issues. Well, it's not really technical, it's technical to me. But yeah, so yeah, I'm going to be changing my streaming app very soon because I'm not really feeling this one. But but y'all know I'm the host on all of these shows. Y'all already know that. So right now I'm just saying that James is definitely going to be the host. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, see how she talking about all this host talk and she's still talking all the time. So you know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's nothing different.
But if you are new here, please subscribe to our channel. Also go to datingtomarriagesupport.com. Book us there where we have our, you know, you can see about us. We have our values, our mission. We have a facts page. You get to know more about why we're doing what we're doing. Also, you can click on our private sessions. I'm sorry. We have 1, 3, and 5 sessions. You could pick any one that best suits your needs. And we are definitely accepting new clients.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna get like a saying. I'm gonna get like a you know how like the airport. And then
that was terrible. That was terrible. But y'all, you know, you catch my drift. See, we're just super authentic here. You're not gonna get any fake nothing on this side of town. Thanks for joining us if you are new. So yes, we are going to. Oh, I'm not the host. Go ahead, James. Thanks.
She's trying to take a break. I've been putting on the work all this time. But no, like you know, like, subscribe to the video. You put that up for me, please. Get the likes up.
What you trying to do?
I say get the likes up. See, she was paying attention.
Get the likes up, you guys. If you haven't liked this video already, please get the likes up.
Yeah, show some love. That's what.
And you can also share. You know, sharing. We're
sharing is caring, right?
Down to that.
All right, yeah. So we're gonna get right into this topic, guys. So you know, I know a lot of guys. So titles Men Protect Yourself. We probably have a special guest on, my boy Tommy Sotomayor. Hopefully, if he's free, he can be able to jump in with us. But
yeah, he said he might join at 9:30, y'all. So definitely stick around.
Yeah, so the brother, he was one of the first ones I ever seen kind of talk about a lot of these topics and stuff. Like that. We had a couple of people. It's a few people that like I really like got down with and listened to. Kind of growing up in the YouTube spaces and stuff. But I was gonna say, like, this is a topic that we actually men have to kind of take more serious, because I know even when I was like be in a workplace, when I be we're around women and stuff, we really don't try to compete with women, or we don't look at them as a threat. And I think a lot of times when you don't do that, that'd be the main ones that get the closest to you, and that's able to hurt you the worst, because you'll never think this person will ever do anything to you, right? So it's just kind of want to bring attention to this Michael Irvin situation, how the people, even though that person didn't really know him like that, it was the person that was the closest to him at the time, and he would have never thought like she would have did anything like that in his eyes. But it ended up getting screwed over, and now he has to pay money to fight a court case. But at the long run, he might win a lot of money, so he might be thankful at the long run. But right now, he's gonna kind of going through the fire right now. So that's kind of what we want to bring attention to. So we kind of got a couple of videos and different things that kind of talk about this topic and kind of certain examples of what people do or what you should do. So
yeah, and many is so this live is actually about men today, correct?
Yeah.
Because he's not the only one. There are many guys that actually go through this, that have been through this situation. So it can be a little touchy for some of you guys that are watching, but it's good for us to talk about things that are uncomfortable, just to help, relieve maybe some stress, get some new ideas, and kind of just put it into perspective. Because, there are times where you can't even voice your opinion about it. You have to keep it to yourself. So, this is a safe space for us to kind of just talk about it. But have you ever been through that? Okay.
Yeah, of course. So a lot of times, like I had to fight in the court system. I always kind of touch on that topic and stuff. And it was kind of, honestly, it was uncomfortable, because you got to kind of tell somebody that, you once had feelings for, you once cared for, you got to tear them down. So a lot of times women are a lot better at doing that than men are. And I think that's a lot of reason too why a lot of women are now kind of still winning court cases, because they're more freer, or I'm sorry, they're more able to tear that person down without feeling that heartache and pain. And guys, we're more willing to take the hurt, because we know at the end of the day, it's more about the kid. It's not always about ourselves, right? So when you're going, honestly, man, we're gonna have to step it up. So if we want to be the leaders, if we want to, make change in the community, we're gonna have to tear the people down that's making our community bad, right? So just like how Mike Irwin is going after her, suing. Well, he's actually suing the company. I wish he'd sue her. I gotta see that if he's suing her or not. But if he's not, he need to sue her butt too. But we need to start going after the people that's been doing us dirty for all this time, instead of just sitting around and just letting it go on, because this is going to happen and happening. Just like if we let like a pedo, somebody like this, and that you keep letting them do it and not saying nothing, and now they're going to hurt somebody else. Rather than letting them, as soon as it happened the first time, you hold them accountable, and then now after that they be like, okay, that was wrong. I got in trouble for it. All right, cool. I can actually grow from this. So we're gonna have to kind of step it up if we want to see actual change on the male side. So men, you have to protect yourself. You can't look at women that's not, that can be your enemy, or look down upon them like they can't do anything to you. So
yeah, you have to, it's fair game for everybody. Anybody could do something, and you just have to kind of be prepared.
Yeah, you got to prepare yourself. And I think a lot of men are not prepared, even when going to court. So you kind of got to know when you go into court. Say you want to get custody of your kid, right? You got to know what the teacher's name is, right? You got to know, hey, when the school start. You know what I'm saying? When, how often do they supposed to eat a day? You got to know like the little small stuff. If you're trying to win a custody battle, say if y'all wasn't married, and you feel like you're a better parent, you got to put yourself in that position, because guys, we tend not to think of those type of things. Oh, well, what do your son like to eat, or what your daughter like to eat? What's her favorite color? And all, because we more concerned about providing, we more concerned about other things, right? But if you want to win a custody case, you might need to know that. Hey, what's your daughter's teacher's name? What do you have her contact in your phone just in case something happened? Will she call you, or blah blah blah, right? Because in a court case, that can be the person, to win case. I'll tell you from a personal experience. I already knew it was against me, so I went in there guns blazing. I had pictures. I had all type of stuff, whatever. I had evidence. I wanted to get a drug test. I said, I'll take one. I don't care. Like I'll get through the hair sample. I did all that type of stuff just so I can know, so I can come out on top on that case, because I wanted to raise my son, right? And I know if I want my son to be successful, he will be better with me. And I was 22 at this time.
But wait, we're missing pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So you wanted to raise your son because of the type of, let's say, mother, right, that she was.
I want to raise him regardless.
I know you would want to raise him.
Yeah,
and I believe that there are ladies who would give their sons off to the father at a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, it wasn't so peaches and cream. You know, there are times where, you know, you see how they have deadbeat dads, where there is a such thing as a deadbeat mom. So in reality, it's just that, you know, some mothers are just not fit. So that's why he took more of an initiative and came with guns blazing. And, you know, he said something about hair tests. I don't know if you guys know, you know, there are simple drug tests, right? You piss in a cup. That's like the most, you know, famous one everybody knows. Yep. But some of us may never have heard of the hair test. Hair test literally goes back. It's either 4 to 6 months or exactly 6 months. Yeah. So if someone, you know, they can't lie. I know for a fact you wasn't sober for no 6 months. Mm-hmm. And if you was, kudos to you. Yeah. But for the ones who are not and they want to trick the system, you cannot trick a hair test. You literally have to be sober for 6 months. So it will help you change your ways. You know, you can try it if you want. If you want half custody of your child, you do what you have to do. Mm-hmm. So he went full blazing based off of the situation. Yep. Right. But there's someone in the chat that said, "What's up, Poppy Tan?" He says, "You first need a community and a value system. Build a family base." Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you definitely have to do that. Yeah. Get into the chat real quick. What's up, Misery Loves Company? Eugene, hey.
What's up, Eugene? What's up?
Thanks for being here always. Leon, what's up? Thanks for commenting. I'm not sure if you have watched our stream before, but you look like a new name. Mm-hmm. So thanks so much for showing that you are here, and thanks for commenting. We really appreciate that. Yeah. What's up, Shaq?
What's up, baby Shaq? What's up? What's up?
Trust me, he gonna call you baby Shaq when he see you too. And Sherm, hey.
What up, brother? What's up, man? What's up?
What's up?
Got my boy Hustler Muscular. What's going on?
Hustler Muscular. What's up?
H&M. What's up, man? But yeah, man. So and that's why I kind of want to stress to men, like it's not over. So some of the things I did was I got my credit card game up, right? So I'm
sorry. I'm
what's
thinking,
up, Just Rules?
These comments are just coming in. Thank y'all so much for commenting. What's up, Just Rules? Thanks for being here.
But I had my stuff like kind of like I had my credit cards. I got for I was like 21, 22. Maybe,
for what?
For cussing my son. Oldest.
No, his dates always is off.
Hey, whatever. Hey,
you was about 20. Oh, this is before we got married. So look, I go by that. You was about 24.
Yeah. But I had them before then, but you know what I'm saying? But but it's just, man, you have to be prepared. Like, so I had got my credit card game up. I had, just in case I needed it, I had some extra money on the side and stuff. So, because I knew it was going to be a fight, right? So we had to prepare. You had to get things in order. You got to be able to tear this down. And that's part of protecting yourself. You got to be willing to do what's going to be best for your kids, right? So if you see something, you just can't let it happen. And then now, say if I would have just, all right, I ain't got nothing, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to lose, blah, 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 right? Now, once my son get older and he can't, nobody can't tell him that, nobody can't take care of him, or, you know what I mean? He's just acting a doggone fool. Now they're going to be, all right, so, James, this is your time to, take care of him. You know what I mean? When he's damn fool, now I got to basically kill his ass.
I don't know if you can. You can't say that.
Okay. I basically got to, do something terrible to him to make him get back in line, when I could just have him from the jump, and then I could teach him how to be a man, teach him how to do certain things. Now when he goes to visit his mom, he know how to put tables together, he help her out and do certain things, right? But if he would have been living with that, he would have never learned none of this stuff. So.
Learning how to be a man.
Exactly.
And you guys, we have a lot of content coming. We have some great videos that you guys would want to see. And we do have Tommy Sotomayor. I don't know if you guys ever seen his videos or back in the day, because he's actually been a content creator for a while. But he will be stopping by today as well to talk about this topic, because this topic is very touchy, honestly. But we do have, you know, some things we want to discuss. So definitely stick around. But yeah, so even with the custody situation, for those of you who are trying to win custody, full custody, 50-50, you know, it's just a lot. And, you know, besides the money, because the money is like a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a lot of money to even do the court, because you have to have a lawyer.
You gotta have a lot.
Well,
get a cheaper lawyer, honestly.
Cheaper lawyer, any custody lawyer. I thought they were all like just the retainer fees.
Man, just tell them you're in the military. They ain't gonna check IDs, man.
You ain't gonna get no military discount with no lawyer.
Be like, hey man, I'm in the military. They're like, well, I left it at home, bro. My bad, man. So.
You crazy. I mean, you could try that. You know, they might take $10 off. You know, it's better than nothing. Yeah, be appreciative. But yeah, it's expensive. So this is what I want to say to the guys. Do not shy away. And this is just coming from a lady's perspective. Do not shy away from getting at least 50-50 custody of your child because of money.
Go for full though. Mm-hmm.
Go for full.
Go for full, and then let them bust you down. Let them bust you down.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because you go for like, you know what I mean, 50-50, they gonna like, okay, well, he don't really care, you know what I'm saying? But
no, that would show that he cares, that he wants to have
how the court
the mother. Like. Okay.
So we look at it different than how the court, you know what I mean? Just like how the lead attorney look at when he breaking down somebody, he looks at people totally different than how a regular citizen, somebody like that will look at it. So we got to think like they think. So we got to get ahead of the game. So you got to shoot for the clouds, and then hopefully you get the clouds. But if you don't, all right, cool. They'll bust you down right here. Boom, you good. You in there. So
that's another way to look at it. Because I was saying, you know, don't just go. Because some people are shy to even go get custody of their kid, and it's sometimes money. They're like, oh, that's gonna be too expensive. And some people just don't want others in their business. But definitely shoot for the stars. Like grab them stars and take control. Because the kids do need both parents. You know how we do. We believe in a 2-parent household. You know, even just the thing with that real quick. So 2-parent household, they're like, well, the 2 parents could be toxic, right? But it's how I look at it. If you have 2 parents that are quote unquote toxic, if you let's say divorce or you break up, you are not with the father or you know the mother anymore. So now the child is going to be split. So now it's going to be 2 households, 2 toxic households at that. Because if 2 parents are toxic, one is going to go in one household, get another toxic person. The other is going to go in that household and get another toxic. So now that kid has to have 4 toxic people. Which one is better, 4 or 2? Just saying. It's better. It's blood to deal with your own toxic mess. That's just the logic part that I feel of it. Now, I hear what everyone is saying. I'm not saying that it's all situations are going to be like that. We both have step parents. We understand how it goes. It's just that, you know, even though we have step parents, you know, we all go through things, you know, and I'm not trying to get too deep on here with that. I don't want to change the topic, but it is very important to understand that kids do need a 2-parent household. So you guys definitely put your foot down and take initiative and get what you want. Do not be shy. Do not be scared. You have a right to do what you want to do. So,
all right. So let's get back into these comments. Lady Di and James. Bless James. The Lady Di Pharaoh for life. Appreciate that, brother. So I'm surprised to hear Tommy will stop by DTM. Yeah, man. Tommy, good dude. So you guys are absolutely right. I've seen people struggle, mostly men, trying to get full custody because they couldn't afford a lawyer or they thought they didn't need one. Yeah, facts. So yeah, you have to get a lawyer. That's why I said get your credit card game up right. Because a lot of people are not going to have a lot of money on the side. So this is going to take due diligence on yourself, getting your credit right, getting credit lines of credit and different things like that. So when it does happen, you have money on the side that you can use, especially if you're like an average dude, right? Because I was average at that time. I was a young guy. I was like in my early 20s, 21, 22, you know what I'm saying, when I had them. So, you know what I mean? You have to make sure you have those things in line, especially at a young age, trying to get them. So,
and just having kids, period. You do have to have finances in order for the most part. Yeah.
Facts. Appreciate Judge Ruth. Excellent advice to the brother over custody of the children, bro. John, appreciate that, brother. Hey Bria. How
Hey
you
Bria,
doing?
thanks for stopping by.
He said, hey Shaq. He said, I seen people, both mother and father, complain about not having money to afford a lawyer, but the father gets new rims and the mother got $500 wig on.
$500 wig.
I just wanted to put that out. The facts. Yeah, you speaking facts. You know, they complain like, I ain't got no money for this, but they got money to look good or
They got
get
money
the
to look
chicks.
good.
See,
That is right.
See, I grew up in the hood, right? So I always seen the people like when I was growing up, their cars getting stolen, like they'll fix a car up and then you know what I mean, then somebody steal a car. So I'm a plain Jane type of dude, right? So I don't wear no jewelry. Y'all never see me with no jewelry on, right? Like I almost like wearing my wedding ring. My wife getting on me all the time about that crap. I don't like wearing no jewelry. I don't wear no flashy stuff and none of that stuff because of where I was raised from.
So do you want me to wear my wedding ring?
I said you can if you want to. Is it?
Oh, I can't. So if I don't wear it, then what?
She stopped for a while. She was like, "I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna start wearing my ring." I said, "Okay." Like, I don't care.
He didn't. I didn't wear a ring, and he didn't say a goddamn thing to me.
I was like, "All right."
Nah, I mean, I do understand. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Because what comes out your mouth is my name most of the time, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I just tell people I'm married. You know what I'm saying? So it's not no big deal to me. But yeah, so a lot of people they'd rather spend their money on that rather than important things and stuff. So. Yep, she said not a $500 wig.
I know, like God dang.
For real. All right, so you want to get in the first video? Or?
Yeah, we could get into the first video, y'all.
If y'all on Instagram, come over to YouTube so you can kind of get a better experience.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Tommy stop by too. If you guys know about him, Tommy Sotomayor, he's gonna be here. So definitely come onto YouTube. All right, so let's play this first clip. Now this is very interesting here. Let's see. Oh wait, see, I'm telling you, I'm going to get rid of
this one.
Okay, I'm getting rid of this stream app. So bear with me. I'm about to add it right now, y'all. Hold on. It doesn't play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
All right, it's about to play now. Here we go.
See, I'm new to this stuff.
Which one you want? This one?
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Get up. Get up. Get out. Why are you sitting here? Get out. Get out. I told you to get out.
What did she throw?
No, it's like the remote of his phone, probably.
Oh.
Hold on, he got his phone in his hand.
The whole time.
All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Yeah. So he threw what now?
So it looked like she threw the phone or something like that.
So this is not healthy. Point blank. Period. This is not healthy. Why are you pushing him? I'm gonna play this again a little bit.
So at first she was hitting them, right? You can turn the big, right? So first she was hitting them and doing those type of things, right? And the reason why I chose this video to play is because a lot of times we hear like a men abusing women and we hear one side of the story, right? But men, you have to protect yourself, right? Because say if he would have like got strong or act like he was about to do something to her, she could have called the police, or she probably did call the police after that and say he hit him. But now he has video evidence of how she operates and what she's doing. So now he has a fighting chance. So if it does go to court, he can be like, all right, this is what's been going on. And I had to get out of this situation. Or say if he left her, she's going to say, hey, you doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this, right? He did this to me. And he has video evidence of what she does. So the guy looks like he's meek. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look like he's one of the type that like fight people. I almost think he ever fought a man before. Because I couldn't even much sit there and take all that abuse, honestly. But it's you have to be able to have evidence of what's going on, man or woman, right? So say if a woman, the same thing if a woman, I know we talk about men today, but right, but if a woman is the same situation, get evidence for it. You know what I mean? Instead of, so if somebody say, hey, no, he wasn't doing that to you. Hey, here's video evidence of what you're talking about.
Yeah, don't shy away from recording.
Yeah.
I mean, we already know a lot of us are going to record or someone's going to record. But if you're going through something, be like, I'm going to take my video out or whatever. Like, have it.
Have a hidden camera. have a hidden camera. This is why
a hidden camera.
They got all type of
so
hidden
many
cameras,
type of hidden camera. If y'all just go on Amazon.
Hold on, if Danisha seen the videos of I got one, no. I ain't got no videos.
You got videos of me. I got videos of you.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
But no, it's all different types. Like they got them in chargers. They got them in, you know what I mean? Like you can't even see these things. These things real small now. You just got to put a memory card. And even when you go to your hotels, make sure they don't got none of them stuff in your hotels too.
Because what it is they're better now. So hidden cameras now look like devices that we use. It could be keys, right?
Yep.
They will put a camera in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
y'all see, I told you I don't spend a lot of money. I got a Honda. Y'all see that?
But Hondas are good cars.
Exactly. That's why I got them.
I mean, how we started.
Jane.
You tell them how we started.
Plain Jane.
You wasn't plain Jane before.
Shut up.
See, you try to talk about that now.
Exactly, because when you get older, you don't really want that stuff no more. Especially when you start like getting to a different level. You're just like, oh, that stuff doesn't mean that no more.
Let me listen. He changed. He was already making sure he was, spending less money. But this guy bought me a BMW for my first car. Don't forget. All right. All right, y'all. I have Tommy Sotomayor in the back. Are you ready? Put your fist up. All right. Wait, hold on.
Well, I was about to say, why you got me over there in the little corner? You can put the wild there. Put me in the corner.
We would never put you in the corner.
What's up, Tommy?
Got me a timeout. How you guys doing? What's up, James?
Hey, I'm doing good, brother. How you been doing, man?
We're good.
I'm doing well. Like the mantelpiece, like the picture in the back. I like that.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. We try to be like you, man.
Shoot, we got two light-skinned people gonna produce a light-skinned baby. We got the Currys up in here. We got
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, we're like the only light-skinned people in our family, and all of our boys have 4 boys. Yep. They all light-skinned. It's the weirdest thing. Yeah.
Right. That's all right. I was talking about that. I don't know if you guys know. I think her name is Rivers. Rivers something. And she was saying that no, because she light. And she was like, no, there's no white people in our family. She said it's just light people. It's a weird, like an anomaly. She was like, her sister is the polar opposite of her.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you my granddad. I don't know if you can see it right here. This is my granddad.
That's my brother. Nah, just the same color. Wow, you dead ass. That's your granddad.
That's my granddad, and I'm the only light skinned person. And I told I had a conversation with my mom. I was like, "Hey, mom, tell me now."
Don't do it. You can tell me. I ain't gonna tell Dad. You can tell me.
Oh my god!
And she was like, "What you trying to say about hoe?" I was like, "You didn't answer the question."
Oh my god!
I said, "You didn't answer my question."
Right. We didn't got to put a label on it. We just trying to see what happened.
No,
I'm not your judge. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, man.
So, I don't know if you've seen that clip, but there's a clip. I could just replay it for a second. Let me add it back. This is just nonsense.
Go to the comments right quick.
Go to the comments. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, people showing you love in the comments, Tommy.
Hold on. Let me get to it. What's up?
I can't see it. Let me see. Okay, I see it. It says I have to subscribe to be able to talk to him.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I'll do it. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Hold on.
Put it up here. Put it right there. Why my computer moving so slow? Now, how long I have to wait before I can talk, or will it allow me to talk immediately?
1 minute. That's it.
Okay, that's right. I don't know. I'm pretty impatient.
I hear you.
Some of the people have like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm
like, it's not that serious.
I went on one nigga channel. It said for a week. I said, I might not be alive next week, and that'd be the first time I can talk to you.
You going back, cussing everybody out in the comments.
Right. I said as soon as I come back, you're gonna have to block me because I'm gonna call you all kind of names.
Yeah, they got
Making me wait a week like it's an episode of Game of Thrones.
Oh nah. What's up, Melanated Legs? How are you?
What's up?
Thanks for being here. Let me see. Oh, that's to that video. What's up, Jordan? Thanks for being here. Travel One says domestic violence must be taken seriously. The relationship and or marriage needs to end. End, no exceptions.
Exactly.
Eugene says, "Hi, Tommy." I said it like a lady. That's a dude. You say it.
Yeah.
You sound like somebody aunt.
Right?
Dr. Steele right there.
Melanated says, "What's up, Tommy? King Strong." Come on.
What's up, King Strong? What's up? Bruiser, what's going on, brother? He said, my guy Tommy. I said, I like how you handle yourself, OG. Facts, man. You got a lot of love here. Nice.
Thank you.
Say la.
Is this you? I am the red pill.
I am the red pill.
All right.
I am. I actually am.
Hey, you the father of the red.
I am.
Yeah,
I
facts.
am. He is, yes. We all know society will give women free passes to verbally and or physically abuse men.
Yeah, we gotta put the dukes up, guys, not fight, but you gotta take them butt to court. Like I was talking about earlier, you gotta be willing to give them that same energy that they're giving you. Like I said earlier, I was talking about the story how I had to talk, basically bring up dirt on my ex-wife to get custody of my oldest son, and I ended up winning. So, but I know it was for the greater good because I know my son is gonna be better off in life now. So.
Isn't that the difficult part about being a man, though? Like women fight dirty and it's expected, but men are still supposed to fight above the waist. Like we can't fight a woman dirty that's fighting us dirty. And when they find out you did it, they say, "I can't believe you did that to a woman." My own mom told me when I had at one point I had custody of my daughter. She said, "That's not right. Didn't matter what she did. The woman should have custody of her children," is what she said.
And that's why they tend to women in the court system, because it's like they all believe the same thing. What happened to the father? Fathers are very important. I know my father he taught me a lot. Discipline was number one. So if you take that away from a child, I mean, that's reckless. The child is going to end up being reckless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let me add this to it now. All right.
So
why is this? See. Okay.
There we go. So here's the video right here.
All right.
Get out. Get out.
He's just looking stupid.
Yeah. The composure he has though is awesome, but
well, he drank a lot of soy because I'm just saying he ain't gonna say much. One, there's two, but there's three real problems I see in this video. One, how the man is shaped. He really need to lay off that soy.
Exactly.
I thought it was two chicks. Not gonna lie.
Stop playing.
Number two, I'm upset because if I put this on my TikTok, they took it down. If I put it on my Instagram, they took it down. They playing favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And number three, I can see why she was upset because I don't know if you took a look, but her breasts are really long. They really were long. I don't know if you've ever seen Avengers Endgame, but her breast was longer than that. Her breast was
Oh my goodness. Nah.
I'm just saying. I mean, you put those three things together, that's a bad situation. It's just bad all the way around.
Exactly, man. I told her when I ran to the first time, I said he looks like a meek guy, but a lot of guys gonna have to kind of, I told her that's the importance of a hidden camera. So he had a hidden camera. She didn't know that camera was there. because so if she would have knew that camera's there, she wouldn't act like that, right? So we have to be willing to go far and go out to protect yourself as a man. So now when he brings this to court, he can be like, hey, because she can lie and say, hey, he beat on me, he did this, he did that. And then now I have video evidence of how I act in all the situation. And then she's gonna be like, I never hit him. Okay, all right, what's the video evidence? Here's the video evidence I would like to add to the court. Now she's screwed because now she lied to the judge.
On the sneak too. You don't even let her know. You're like, oh, I got video of you.
Yep, exactly.
Well, after she lied.
But y'all do yourselves a favor. Don't mess around and videotape your own murder. Don't.
True.
There be videotaping. Tell us, hold on, baby, the camera. The camera playing.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, you gotta control your anger.
Yeah. So and it's and that's why I said too. So when you bring that information to court, like, so what I did was I didn't let her know what type of information I had, because she was asking me, what you got on me, I ain't tell her nothing. And then as soon as that court stuff started happening, man, I had so much evidence on her, she didn't want to come to court. She didn't come because she already knew what was up. So she just stopped coming. So now, boom, I won, right? So at the beginning, she was all, all, the ego was high and everything was good. Mm-hmm. And then once the evidence started coming out, she was like, oh no, I can't be here. So
yeah, I want to give shouts out to my cousin. He did the same thing. He got custody of his boys. Really, and it took him years to do it though. That's how difficult the court was. Yeah. It took him years to finally get it. Yeah. To prove that a woman was a bad mom, and it's crazy and it's not right, to be perfectly honest. Like the lady was saying, you have a court system that says until you prove to me she is a horrible parent, she got to be a neglectful parent before we say, okay, father, here's your chance.
Yep.
That's terrible.
You seen that case where the kid was taking care of the 3-year-old. It was like a 10-year-old, 9-year-old.
Yeah, in Texas. And you remember what she did? She still would not tell on her mom. She would call the dad and tell the dad, send me money. The dad is kind of like me, because we are to the point of so used to getting asked for money. And I know you said you got children. We kind of, you send us a text message, I need so and so. We just send it because, one, if we ain't trying to hear your mama's mouth, because for some reason, if we don't give it to you, she say, you couldn't just give her that.
True. Yes.
You make me give your money every month. And I got like this rule in my head. I know it's messed up. I say, if you got me on child support, cool. That's all you getting. Because if I don't pay you, I'm going to jail. So I'm not giving you extra this, because on that month that I don't have extra, you won't give me a break.
Yeah,
I know that's right.
That's what I was saying, because I seen a lot growing up of even my father, he was going through those issues of, not paying or not doing this, and they trying to send them to jail and stuff like that. So I knew at a young age, like, hey, you got to be on your stuff, especially dealing with this court system. So I think now, thinking about it now, I just thought about that. Wow. That's probably the reason why I was on my game, because I didn't want to put myself in that situation, because I did the right thing, right? I got married and all that stuff, right? Thinking I'm knowing what I'm doing at 19. And then now when that failed, all right, cool. I'm going to make sure I got custody, so I make sure my son's taken care of. So.
Now, I know when I was sent the thing, I don't know if you guys are going to do it, but that's up to you. I know had you guys already talked about Michael Irvin?
No, not yet.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So we're just gonna wait towards the end. But if you gotta go or something, just let us know. We can just run it. We can run it soon.
No, I can go where y'all was going. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss it, because I wanted to. Because I think that is such an important story about how the word of a woman can destroy a man's life, but when you find out she's not telling the truth, there are no repercussions, and that's just crazy to me. That's not American. That's one-sided, that's biased, that's any name that these liberals try to put out and claim are bad, they surely do like to benefit from it. Like, I put up a picture on my Instagram. I don't know how long it'll last, because people flag me all the time. It's a picture that Lizzo put up herself of her getting on a private plane with her ass out and wearing, like, Prince had the assless chaps. She got that on. That's what she had on. I'm telling you, look horrible. You can go to my, you tell your wife right now, go to my Instagram and show it to you right now. It's the latest picture. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
While I'm discussing it, all you guys, y'all can go there and check it now too. I see you must have seen it. Oh. You see how quick he turned? He said, "Oh hell!" I said,
That's crazy.
it's like when your friends say, "Taste this, taste this," then they be like, "Tastes like shit, don't it? Why did you give it to me?"
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Just come on, man.
Can I show this on the screen?
Nah, I don't know.
You
They
can't show this.
He said, "No,
they go, everything gonna be gone.
we got kids watching this. We got kids. We don't want them to see this. My mama's looking at this."
You gonna make people throw their computer away.
Y'all go to my, you crazy. Y'all go to my IG story. I got Tommy tagged and it's on his IG.
Oh my god.
But I will say this. As you can see what I said on the thing, I pointed out, she's a huge supporter of that there's climate change, and she doesn't believe that we're putting too much fossil fuels and we're doing these things and it's wrong, and we all need to ride trains and buses and not have cars. Liberals love to say this, yet this is the same woman walking on to her private plane, and you do understand that that's one of the worst forms of just burning coal and unless it's the blacks on blondes. But other than that, the worst. Shouts out to my white fans. My white fans will get that joke. But the point is, it's a horrible thing for a person to say that they're for climate change and they want to do better, and they're telling everybody else what they should do, like how liberals tell people you should give up your guns while they don't give up their armed guards. Liberals tell everybody that everybody should live in harmony while they live in gated communities. Liberals will tell everybody else that climate change is real, but then they turn around and ride on a plane and it's got to burn 3 times as much gas with that big old woman on that plane. You know how hard it is. You know how hard it would be for that. You know how much drag and lift that thing got to do just to get off the ground. They probably burn half the gas just getting off the ground.
You talk about the weight of the snacks on the
right. The food, yeah, right. The food compartment got to be loaded down. You know how much stuff? The bathroom got to be extra wide. She gets a whole row of seats by herself. It's just so many accommodations she got to have. But she sit up there and got on this picture, showed her butt, and for some reason, everywhere Lizzo goes, she has to show her butt. And and then on that picture, her butt looked like an 84-year-old man. Like I didn't get it. But then you have to ask yourself, women don't want to be sexualized. They say they don't want to be used as sexual objects. So they can do it to themselves, though, and force you to find it attractive. But if you sexualize them, you got a sexual harassment suit or all this. And I guess what I'm saying is, and no offense, young lady, I think women have been given way too much power. And I don't think women were ready to deal with repercussions that come with power. Because like I tell everybody, I have my uncle, like many of y'all might know him. My uncle, his name was Benjamin, and he told me, with great power comes great responsibility.
Uncle Ben.
I got these.
He told me right before. He told me right before I swung away. But that's what. But if you think about it, I think some people aren't just like lottery winners. Most lottery winners, if they were broke, within 5 years they go broke again because they weren't used to money. You can't give people things that they're not used to. And I think women, because they're not used to the responsibility part of it, this is what you have when you have a lot of single parents, or you have a Lizzo out there in the world, or you have a Tokyo Tony. Have you noticed almost all these women who have their own agency and with a bunch of money behind them, they do crazy things? Somebody tell me I'm lying.
Yeah,
it's fact.
It's just what they feel they could get away with.
Yep.
You kind of made me want to talk about like the reparations. Like they gave us all that money right now. We're acting the doggone fool right now. So yeah, that's fact.
Yeah, the majority of people you give that money to wouldn't know what to do with it. But I just think it's so sad that society keeps saying to these women, you don't need men. And these women have stats. Stats can show them that you do need men.
Yeah.
But instead they double down on we don't need men while asking men to afford them protection.
Yeah.
Tired of seeing YouTube videos saying, who's nobody's protecting us. I can't protect you. You're a queen. I'm a subject of you, not a protector.
They don't even understand that though. That simple part.
Yep. I'm getting in the comment section. Say, "Damn, Tommy."
I'm just saying, I gotta call it what it is. I got 2 daughters. I know if you give them responsibility and agency to run something, I don't think they'd run it correctly, because if they're used to being given and taken care of, you can't tell that person. It's like me. You let me run a house without a housekeeper, it's gonna be nasty. No matter how much I don't want it to be, because I'm not a cleaner. I'll just throw everything where I got it at. I don't know if there's a lot of guys out there that's like me. I take off my clothes, I run out of them. You know, like when you get ready to go to bed, you just run out of them. Every piece is where you can see how I got to the bed. Just follow the clothes.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Thanks for being real, because they. And I try to tell women all the time, like they'll divorce a guy for that, and I'm like, but is he providing for you? All right, so I'm not saying that you should like it, but at least you're getting a good deal. That's nothing. That's little minor stuff. But they like to trip over it. Yep. Just Ruth says that video looks like a scene from Revenge of the Cave Woman.
But I think that's what the Bible says. Don't be unequally yoked, though.
Yeah.
Get somebody that compliments you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
you don't like to cook, she cook. You don't like to clean, she clean. Vice versa. You don't like to work, get a nigga that like working.
The balance, that's all you need. It don't have to be the same. Like a lady has to cook, a guy has to work. Well, he has to work, but
well, it's like me. Like I'm a weed head, my girl an alcoholic. This is good because I don't ever drink her shit and she don't smoke mine. We both can't be sitting up and fighting over the bottle.
Yeah. Exactly.
He says that footage valid. Oh, that's a good question. I think it should. I guess it depends on the state, maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Jezreel says absolutely no power on either side. She's weak and he's weak. Only damage done is shoving and smashing things. Bedroom and living room. They both seem compatible to each other. Pretty much what we were just talking about. What's up, Ian? Thanks for being here. Tommy is the GOAT. Trevor once said, let's not forget women had no rights and men did take advantage on the regular. Women are not going backwards regarding their rights. Women are still abused by men. More sure abuse period is wrong.
I want to say mostly because if you add mental abuse, so a lot of times women abuse with their tongue, men abuse with their hands, right? So a lot of times what we would do is, well, since you hit her, blah, 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 because if men say like me and Tommy, right? We both men, we respect each other off rip, you know what I'm saying? Yep. And because I know if I say the wrong thing, Tommy be like, hey, I got to go see him, right? Tommy might think the same thing about me. So we already got a level of respect. So women don't have that level. So they say, hey, if a man hit me, I can just go to my dad, which is the police or whoever, and then they'll come handle this for me. You know, so a lot of times we miss that. My bad, Tommy. Go ahead.
No. I was agreeing with you. I was just saying, like, we have that thing, and I tell people that all the time. When you got two men arguing, there's this thing where we know if we argue enough, somebody got to fight.
Yep.
And I don't feel like fighting. I'm old. My back hurt. Let me just show this man some respect, because if I lose to him, that's gonna make it worse. And it's like that, you know what? It's like that thing of we both got nuclear weapons. Yeah. Nobody want to shoot them off. Let's go sit down at the negotiating table. Exactly. Women are like Guam versus the Philippines. I mean, what if they fight? Ain't nobody gonna get hurt. And then women are really like, when a man is involved, it's like the United States versus Guam. I mean, what you look like invading Guam? Who gonna take your side? Talking about you really beat them. Yeah. So it's women got this built-in thing where they know they can win, like he said, because nothing's going to happen. A woman throws a drink in your face, you supposed to just put your head down and go on about your business. Man throw you a drink in the face, they're going to look at you like the beginning of MC Hammer, let's get it started video. What you going to do about that? Hammer. And you got to get it started.
Yeah, I got a funny story too. Like I remember me and my brothers, two of my brothers had got into it, right? And we old now. We used to do that crap when we was younger. I grew up in the house with 4 brothers. So when we got older, they was getting into it again. And I was like, man, y'all boys better chill out. Boy, we all got high blood pressure. You better and they just bust out laughing. You know, that just stopped the whole. They was getting into it. They just stopped the whole thing. Everybody started busting out laughing. Like,
I tell you, I need a movie starring opposite Samuel Jackson, because I was telling people, like, I had went to jail. They was like, why everybody respect you when I was in jail? I said, probably because one, I don't want to fight. And two, I just negotiate. I'm like, look, I know you want to fight me, but I have 4 suits.
Right.
Yeah.
Soups,
Right.
fight. Soups, fight. Soups, fight.
Right.
He'll sit there and think about it. These soups are more valuable than fighting me. You don't want to do that. So next thing you know, I'm out there just negotiating. I'm like Red and Shawshank.
Oh man, it's funny.
All right.
Want to get into the comments before we go to the all right.
So
video?
we want to. It's a few videos. They're not long. It's just kind of gearing to the topic. So let me get that.
Oh, okay. We got that.
Yeah.
And hopefully y'all got those videos of his lawyer speaking out, because
I do.
Doing him dirty. They doing that, like what happened to him for that little bit of time he spent with that woman. This is crazy. But go ahead.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so it's about to start after this.
The whole time I was seeing him, I was kind of just using it as a psychology experiment, and I didn't really like the guy. I more just wanted to see if I could break his heart. And it was fun.
So did you break his heart then?
Just a wee bit. I hope I did a little damage.
Wow. Okay. Why do you hope that you did a little damage?
I like humbling men.
You like humbling men?
Yeah. It's like my pastime.
Your pastime is humbling men.
Mm-hmm.
You do work at a strip club, so do you humble men there?
No, I take their money.
Oh, shorty is shut out. Hey, man, everybody need to go and get the passports, but this shit is over with. Tell them get on Mickey, sent you down there to get your passports, because it's over with. It's done. We finished.
Oh, man.
This is the setup. This is what's happening. No one knows. So they're not going to tell you. They're going to look cute, pretty, smell good, you know, all that.
Women are heartless. And I know nobody wants to believe that. Women are really heartless, to the point where it's frightening that they're that heartless.
Yeah, look, I'm a lady and I understand. It's very frightening, because it's like, you guys, you know, want to be with us, right? We want to be with you. Supposedly, that's what some of them. A lot of them are con artists, is what I'm saying. And they know how to act. They're very good actors. And it's scary because you just never know, because they know how to finesse very well. They know what it is that you guys like. They lead to this, you know, being very seductive to you, just to lean you in, just to bring you in. And then after that, they attack. So it's you got to watch out.
This is when I realized, like, women were really bad. Like, probably when I got like 35, around 40, I said, I took inventory. Right? Everybody should do that. Take some inventory of your life, the decisions you've made and whatever. And I took inventory, and I realized I had dated 5 serial killers.
Oh my gosh.
I've been in a relationship with 5 serial killers.
I know what you're talking
You think I'm lying?
I know.
Dead ass. I've been in a relationship with 5 serial killers. One of them had 4 abortions. One of them had 3. The bitches that took lives. They took whole human lives and were just walking around like it was no problem. It did not affect them at all. How can you compete with that? They straight up murderers. When you can kill a kid and go to the club. Think about how many women have had a baby at the prom, dropped it off at in the toilet, flushed it down, took the plunger and made sure you went in, and then went back out to get their crown.
Stop it. Oh my
There's something wrong with a group of people who could do that. There's something wrong with a group of people who could hold a baby for 9-10 months, drop it off at the local hospital, and move on with their life. It's something wrong with a woman that can make a kid a ward of the state and move on with their life. There's something wrong with somebody that can bleed for a whole week and not die.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
No, God, please, no, no.
I'm
Like,
sorry, ladies and gentlemen. There's something wrong with him.
we go in there tonight. God damn, you said a lot. I don't know, y'all listen. My viewers, I don't know if y'all ready for this one because that's deep. That's a deep topic. Like, oh my god, it is very weird. Like they could do that, and then the next day is nothing. But you know, this is the thing. This is why I say they're great actresses. They would do that. They would go to the club. They would see you, right? But a lot of them are in therapy because they made those decisions. This is what they don't tell nobody in therapy because they can't handle it, but they're acting like they can handle it. Then they're going to keep repeating the cycle over and over again. Therapy for another year. They're not actually handling it. They're just trying to dismiss it. They don't like what they're doing. They're just doing it because they know they can.
We got a question for you, Tommy, right quick. What's up, Truth Over Emotions? That Tommy, are you mainly on IG now?
No, Rumble. But best to find me at my website or Rumble. My website is tjskoc.com. I just got deleted off of Instagram. This is a new Instagram. The one I just had got deleted, I think 2 weeks ago.
Really?
And that was the 17th one I've made.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Total. I think you were like at 200 or something, right? Like how many channels you had? YouTube
channels.
Yeah.
Yes,
like,
YouTube channels.
Yeah.
I can't stay up on YouTube. I can't stay anywhere. I got a message from TikTok today, and it said, "You got one more strike, nigga." It literally said that. I was surprised. It said, "You got one more strike, nigga," and it underlined it twice.
And it's sent by Will.
And I'm sitting there, I was like, "There's a white boy. I don't know who this white boy is. He made a video. Tommy's back on YouTube again, and we've gotten him off. He's on this channel. We need to go in." And I was like, "My God, what the fuck?" Yeah. People really don't want me around. And once they figured it's a thing, which is funny, they don't want me around, but when I'm gone, they start making videos asking where I am. Yeah. So you don't want me here, but then when I'm gone, you got to make 9,000 videos. And then what's really hurts me is when I'm gone, everybody becomes Tommy Jr., Tommy Light, they become the Charleston Whites, become Tommy. Every time it's just some new version of Tommy.
And this is why, Tommy. This is why.
You can't handle the truth.
That's it. This is the issue. It's sad.
Yeah.
You know what I really love though? Like I've been doing a little circuit here and there. And what I really love is everybody who hates me, if you give me a space to where I can talk and they ask me why you feel this way and I explain it, they can never say, well, that's not true. I back up everything I say and feel with a fact. I don't just say it. So as long as I get a chance to talk to people, I can get somewhere with them. That's why when I go live and I say, hey, y'all, hit the link. Anybody that's ever had a problem, you can watch it. I've been doing it for years. Anybody that's ever had a problem with me, hit the link and come up here and let's talk about what your issue is with me. I never get somebody hitting the link and they come and talk to me. It's always, let me call you a name. Let me call you Crispy. It's some guy that's mad because I guess he liked the girl that's a friend of y'all's. And he's some YouTuber, name is Darrell or something. The guy's nuts though. So he's been making a bunch of videos about me. He made a video about me this morning. He stayed on for 8 hours. I'm not lying. 8 hours. Damn. Talking about, I made a joke about Meg Thee Stallion. Y'all gonna let him make a joke about Meg Thee Stallion? Y'all ain't gonna go get him? Y'all ain't gonna do nothing? Y'all didn't hit his link? Y'all didn't go up there and say nothing to him? And I'm sitting up there thinking, but you didn't hit my link. Why would you want these other people to hit my link when you didn't? Number one. Number two, how are you going to get mad? Because somebody on my panel said that Meg Thee Stallion looked like a man. So he was trying to tell people, y'all don't let that. I'm making jokes. I make jokes all the time. But because you don't like me, because your girlfriend came on my show and you felt like I was trying to holler at her, which I wasn't. She just came on the show. Now you're going to make 1,000 videos about me? It's a thing that's weird. And he kept saying, Tommy's been flagged off YouTube and y'all gonna go over to his channel. He's been flagged. He's had a channel that was flagged that was down, but there's a different reason for his. And this advocation by men to destroy other men to circle it back to what we're doing is why men don't get anywhere, because women will stand in the gap typically for women. If they know, like, women will vote for abortion laws, even if they've never had an abortion and don't plan on getting one.
Yeah.
Because they want to, if something happens, they want to be able to use that.
Oh, if they cheat and fuck up, that's what you mean?
Yeah. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Women will play the I hate saying it this way. They'll play the long game. They really will. They will sit up there and they'll say, okay, if other girls are benefiting from this, I'm not going to talk crap about it because I could benefit from it too.
Yeah. I think one of our major problems is that we want to win so much to the point that it's to our detriment. So like, even like when I'm talking to people, like say we kind of debating, right? I will help that person make his point. Are you meaning this? Are you saying this, right? Because it brings growth. It makes me look at things a lot different. So that's why I have no problem watching your channel, other brothers, Kevin Samuels, Chronicles of Judah. It's a lot of people that that I was watching kind of, me growing up and stuff like that, right? And I think I seen yours probably first out of all those people, right? But it was finally I got a man that thinks like me. I gotta, it's and actually not afraid to say it because I was saying some of the things you were saying. I wasn't afraid to say it. You know what I mean? At a young age, because I already been through a lot. I've seen a lot. So a lot of stuff that you seen, I seen. It was just I was raised in the South, right? So it's kind of like might be a little bit different, right? But you know what I mean? It was the same.
I was raised here in the South, and I was raised in North Atlanta, Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Okay, I'm from Birmingham, so okay. All right.
There it is.
Yeah, that's why. Okay.
You know what they said? You know what I found out when I was young? They said, you know what the best thing they said coming out of Birmingham was?
Oh shit! Here we go. What is
I-20. That used to be what we would say when we were little. You know the best thing coming out of Birmingham is I-20.
Yeah, it's bad down there, man. That's why I had to get out of there, man. It was like a lot of like gay vibes, all that type of stuff, and you know what I mean? I ain't do it like that. Like I ain't be trying. I'm trying to live. I'm like these people trying to die out here. I'm trying to live. I got the first train up out of there. Shoot.
And that's one of the biggest things. Boosie said it, which I don't think you should quote him as like this philosopher because he do some dumb stuff. But Boosie said, you can't go back home. There's old sayings. He said you got to get away from home if you make it. There are old sayings that says a prophet is least appreciated.
Yep.
In his own home.
Yep.
There's another saying that says you can't go home again. Think about all the sayings that tell you basically get the hell away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the group that does this the least is us as Black people. Most of us grew up, got our job, got our babies, and died never having left that city and or state.
Yeah, that's true. Just staying in one spot. I'm not saying you got to move 1,000 places, but you do need to venture off, meet other people because you like, let's say where he's from. At first, someone like him would think that all ladies are like this, like, the hood chicks.
That's what I thought.
You think all of them are like, I'm like, you got to go and see other places because it's not like that. I'm not saying that there's no hood ladies any other places, but you got to see different types of women because they're not the same.
This was my wake up call. I went to a club at a young age because I was going to teen clubs and all that stuff growing up. And one of my first wake-up calls is when I went to a club in my early 20s, like 18, 19, right? And I went to nobody got to fight afterwards. And I was like, what? I was like, y'all lame. Why y'all not fighting? And then I had to think, like, I had to check myself. I'm like, why do I want to see violence? What's wrong with me? What's making me want to think this way? And then that was like, dang, that's when I said, all right, I got to actually look at myself. Why am I thinking this? Why am I thinking this? Okay. I was like, nobody got to shoot. Nobody got to fight. I'm like, man, it's whack out here. I'm like, yo, like, why do I want to run?
The adrenaline that flows through you, though, during the fight. Oh, man, them niggas shot. Went right by my head. Whoa, best night in the world.
Yeah.
You see that nigga got stabbed? Yeah, I got blood on my shirt. Whoa, best night in the world.
Yeah. That was my first wake-up call. And I was like, yo, I'm tripping out here. I was like, it's better things. So like you said, like you gotta venture out. And that was kind of what helped me turn a lot of my thinking processes around and stuff.
And then he met me. See, that's the difference, right?
See, women always gotta take the credit time. You see this?
See, at least she doing that. At least she's saying she helped you. I'm gonna tell you something. I used to not be like a big fan of Beyonce, but one of my favorite songs is of hers is her and Jay-Z and that Let Me Upgrade You song.
Oh yeah.
That song really meant something to me. And at one point I thought I had somebody like that, but you just that person who takes pride in seeing you do well. That's a real life mate that can sit there and see you and is proud of your growth. Because a lot of times we date or be in relationships with somebody, let's just be real. They want to stifle us.
Yep.
They want to keep us where we are or down. And usually it's because how they feel about themselves, they believe if they can keep you down, they can keep you. And they can keep you at a place while they out looking for somebody else or trying to do whatever they do. And that's one of the major signs that the person you're with is probably messing around with somebody else or don't want you if they're not trying to help you grow.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's a tip. I hope y'all listening. That's a tip. Yeah. All right.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah.
These are the plots there.
Gotta get that video evidence, man. Gotta get that video evidence. 2 court cases. And then she said she changed her statement in both. Now this really gonna make her look crazy. Now she lied on him and said all that stuff and drop it. And he was remain calm. So I was gonna tell men, hey, when you're going through court, the best thing to do is remain calm. They hate that emotional men in the court system. So if you get in there acting all crazy, or you letting your family acting all crazy, I had to tell my mom, calm down, it's okay. You know what I mean? Because moms can get over emotional sometimes because they seeing what's happening to their son. So you're gonna have to tell your mom, hey mom, it's okay, we good. You know what I mean? We're gonna get this thing going. Because when I was going through my stuff, I had to tell my mom, man, I was 19, 20. You know what I mean? I was probably a little bit older, but whatever. But I was going through that stuff, and I was telling her, like, hey, you know what I mean? It's gonna be okay. We're gonna win with the facts. And my mom trusted me, and we won. So you got to make sure you're able to, you know what I mean, get through these systems and have the evidence you need for the court.
Yeah.
I think I must have said something wrong. Somebody named Daryl Johnson sent me $5 then on my Cash App, and then he just asked for a refund. Now I can see if he sent me 500 and asked for a refund, because possibly he thought, oh, I meant 50.
Yeah.
Unless he meant 5 cents. Oh shit, that's not what I meant. I meant to put a period there first.
Trying to be funny, exactly.
I don't know if I did something wrong, or if he heard something I just said on the show and was like, well, fuck that shit. And I didn't know he felt like that.
We probably put his video up. He was like, oh my God.
With your bitch ass, I didn't know. Like, damn, my bad, bro.
Yeah.
But you ain't getting it back. Go ahead.
That's right.
You're not getting it back. Nope. I slick pressed what it says. Matter of fact, I was able to say no to it. And then it says decline. And then it asked me if I want to block this person. So I went ahead and blocked them as well, sir.
Oh, damn.
You don't ask me for no money back. It's 2 things you don't do and expect a response from me. Ask for money back, say you're pregnant.
Oh, no. Yeah, he had to walk away.
You want me to stop calling? Ladies, if you want me to stop calling, it's the 2 things you just do. Just ask me for some money back and say you're pregnant. I bet we'll stop them calls and cut down quick.
Hey, that's what happened to that dude. What's that House of Hypocrites dude with the 7 baby mamas? You seen that guy?
Oh, yeah.
With the guy, he said they don't know my name. What's wrong with you? He said, just rules said,
I'm sorry.
Migrations are custom throughout my lineage. My dad, musician, is from Maryland. My mom, nurse, is a native of
St. Croix.
Yep. They both met in New York pursuing their careers. Abraham was a pilgrim. 2 was a pilgrim. Facts. We all move around. Yep. Tommy going in.
Baby, that man is not trying to control you. He's trying to protect you. He's a man who said he cares about you, and he cares about what happens to you. And a man that's about his word, that means more than just somebody else trying to do something to harm you. That means when you try to harm yourself. You know, when you're out there making yourself look bad. And what you were doing qualified as exactly that. Any real man of character would have stepped to you, just like he did. He wasn't disrespectful. He just let you know how he felt about it. Now you need to make up your mind what you want. Because if what you really want is to be recorded pissy drunk on the internet, and you want a man who doesn't care, who won't say anything, then you let him know that. But I tell you this, if you ever do something like that again and end up with a man who doesn't say anything about it, and you think it's because he's not trying to control you, that's not it. That's a man who doesn't care enough to step to you about it. You don't have to take it from me. Just think about it. I love you. Be well.
So the reason why I got this video is because of when men protecting yourselves, you have to get with a woman that understands, right? So you understand that the man is going to do what's best for both of you guys, right? So my wife understands exactly what this woman says. Like, it's not about controlling her. It's about making sure how she's looking and operating is going to be conducive to us and how we both look. Because if men respect her, they're going to respect me. Just because they respect her, they're going to know that she's a respect.
Amen. Say that again.
So us as men protecting ourselves, we have to get with women with that mindset of it's not about controlling, it's about what's best for the union, for the community. So I know you got some great wisdom on this too, Tommy. So
no, I agree with what you said because look, a lot of bad things can happen when a woman shows disrespect for her man. If you're out here sleeping with a bunch of other dudes, you have proven to those dudes that man is not to be respected. Them dudes will run up on your man because you sitting up there sleeping around on them. Them dudes will clown your man. I saw a video today of Jamal Murray where one of the people in the crowd told him, saw your girlfriend sucking, he stopped in the middle of the game and went to fight that man. Now, this is a man worth millions of dollars.
Wow.
Went to fight a man based upon what he said because of how women are. If women can put men in horrible positions, remember, men kill themselves over women way more than women kill themselves over men. Women get over us pretty easy, no matter how much crime they say they do. Or they get past us. When a man is in love and he find out you done cheated, like it break us down. Like Mariah Carey and Bone Thugs and Harmony walk up in the house after we find out you cheated. Ooh, break down, instead of breaking me on down. That's what's happening to men. This nigga been in the house like this. He quit his job. I ain't been to work in years.
Yeah.
Oh, I say a crying man is can I say this? A crying man is a killer to me. Killer. He's gonna start killing somebody. You don't want him crying. You need to run away. That's how I think.
Because I was telling so we was watching another live and I was telling my wife, I was like, how the guy was talking, and he was like, I ain't gonna say what you say because we'll be out him, but I told her that's the guys women have to watch out for. And I was kind of just trying to put it on game because those guys, when a woman actually breaks their heart, it's over. They're gonna come to get their pound of flesh. They coming for that ass. If you fuck up, whatever, because they put all their heart and emotion. They think all the shit is peaches and cream, and women are oppressed and all of blah 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 because of this and blah 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 because men are so bad. Blah blah. Fuck that man over. See what happens.
Well, they still get lucky though. That protection of we were raised so much to not do something. That's why I said women lash out at men more than men lash out at women. You see how she broke that that man's window? Well, you don't see a bunch of videos of real niggas walking up with their pants sagging, throwing rocks at a woman's window. Like, you don't see that. Why? Because nobody supports us doing it. Women can find support in all their dumbass activities. Have you noticed when you get your heart broke, you don't really want to call your homeboys because they ain't really gonna give you no support. Yeah, like dudes are the worst people to ask for advice when your girl done broke up because all he gonna say is, "Well, let's go get some pussy then." Man, I'm hurt, dog. I'm telling you, I'm crying. That's why we need to go to Onyx, nigga. And so they don't get, but women, y'all got something that we don't get. Y'all can do something with y'all friends we can't do. And let me tell y'all what y'all can do. Y'all can cry to y'all friend. Your girl be like, "Girl, he ain't shit. He don't know what he lost." Your friend gonna big you up. He ain't gonna find nobody with no ass big as yours, girl. He out there. He's whatever it is. She gonna give you. That's the first thing she gonna do. Then she gonna offer you other stuff if you keep crying. Won't go slash this nigga's tires. Yeah. Like she gonna offer you. Let's go to the club and see that bitch he with. Let's go beat that bitch up. Let's go. Y'all ready for it. And then when y'all go pick the girl up for y'all to go. One, y'all got Vaseline already ready because y'all ready for some odd reason. And y'all will go with each other 3-4 people deep to go scratch somebody's car or do something like this. Men, No matter how much we like you, you can't say to me, man, I'm thinking about going over that bitch house and scratch up her car. We ain't gonna be like, yo, I'm coming, dog. We gonna try to talk you out of it.
Exactly. Oh, it ain't that deep.
So as a woman, y'all get encouraged to do shit. That's why when y'all get mad at a man, y'all actually would throw a drink in his face. We don't get up and just toss nothing up in your face. And then when y'all throw the drink in our face, what do we do?
Yep.
You know, like when you finally wet your dog and your dog been trying to run away, when you finally get him all wet, you know that look be on his face?
I wish I would have had that video. I seen a video. It was a woman threw a drink at a man. He was walking away, and then he came back and threw a drink hard as crap in her face. And then she was like, "Really? So you're gonna do that?" And I was like, "Yo!" And then the video was like, they replayed it, her throwing the drink on him, and it was like, "Yo, it's crazy." So
a woman last night was telling that dude with them 8 people watching him. They said that and told him, said, "Yeah, I knew it was something wrong with it, Tommy. You see how he cussed me out and called me all kinds of bitches. No man talks to a woman like that." And I was sitting there thinking, you do know you called me all kinds of bitches, and I'm a man, but my response to you was a problem. But remember with the Cleveland bus driver, I know y'all young, y'all might not remember this. Cleveland bus driver told that girl, "You going to jail now?" And he hit her with the you. Yeah. But when he hit her with it, she was hitting him while they were driving the bus. She put everybody's life at risk. He pulled the bus over to hit her with the you get. When he did that, though, the first words out of somebody's mouth was,
"That's a female." I was just like, "Yo, she wasn't acting like no female." And I was like, and this is why I hate when those guys or say, "Man, that's a female. Why you hear her like that?" But they didn't have the nerve to stop the situation when she was acting a fool. But they'll say something to you when you do something, but they didn't want to step into it. See, I'm the type of person, if I don't want that woman to get hit, hey, girl, hey, come here. Let me. I'm gonna grab her up and be like, "Hey, let's go back here. It's okay. Calm down. It's not worth it." I'm telling this to her because I know she's gonna get her ass whooped. But so I'm trying to get her out because I don't want nobody to have to say that, because that's somebody's sister, that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody, you know what I mean, that she just probably going through something right now. You don't know what's going on in that woman's life. Right. So
I saw the same thing happen. It was this man, he was with his girl. I guess we was at a restaurant. And I don't know what happened, but she went up and slapped his face, and the dude was big. He was swole up. She slapped the hell out of his face. You know when somebody get a good solid slap, it's almost like it cupped their face and it just suck on their face where they got to pull the hand off. It just stuck on his face. It hit this nigga so hard, his face never came back to his original position. It was just... The rest of the day, this nigga was walking around like this. How y'all doing? And then come back. You know what I'm saying? He was driving the car like that. It was weird. It took about 38 hours before he made her do this again. I was like, man, she slapped him real good. So I ran over to try to stop it because, he up there, his face stuck like this. But when this dude was swole, so I went over there and I broke him up. And she was trying to get back to him. She was trying to get back over to him. And they went over and they grabbed him. And I guess they were trying to turn his head back. And they was... So I went over there to him. She was like, let me get him. Let me at him. So I punched her in the face real hard. And after I punched her in the face real hard, then this is true. After I punched her in the face real hard, she said, "Oh, what are you doing?" I said, "Ma'am, he's twice my size. I'm letting you know if that hurts you, what'll happen if he do it? I'm saving your life." Imagine if he did what I just did.
Yeah.
Imagine if he did that. If he hadn't done this, he would have killed you.
You got a med bag and healing up. See
what I'm saying? All the stuff I was doing, it was just to help her understand. It would be worse if he did this.
And he looking at you like, damn, thanks, man.
Now that he was looking at me, he was like, damn, I should have did that.
Yeah. You probably gonna get on her side. Tommy, that's too much now. Oh shit.
What's up? What the
fuck is this? Greece for Germany. What's up, bro? How you doing? Nice to meet you. I think I see it on the line. Appreciate
Yes. I think it's just probably been a while.
that.
Yes, Lady Di just sent you a video. This lady trying to blow up her ex's car on Instagram.
Oh, snap. Oh, we can try to get that in here. We got some time.
How much time you got?
I got a few minutes. What y'all trying to show me?
Right.
Oh no, we'll probably go on. We'll probably get it later because I know you got to watch some stuff going on.
All right, so let's get.
Yeah, we can skip. We can
All
skip.
Right, let's see.
We watched the fight earlier, so I'm good. We watched the fight together.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, you want to get into this?
Yeah. We gonna get into it.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get into the what is it? Michael Irvin. What is it?
Yeah, Hall of Famer Michael Irvin. So basically he failed, like not failed, but a lot of things. Some happened to him like that. What happens to a lot of men out in the entertainment world and actually in real life, right? So this is just a way of men having that evidence, because I know they was pushing for it. When they pushing to get this tape a while ago when it first happened, and it took them a while to get this tape out. So as men, you got to make sure you push and fight for the evidence. So he was out in the open, and they're going to explain to what happened and what could have happened if they didn't have this tape of and what's going on. So
is this person part of it? Andrew Wiggins.
Oh, he said, can you talk about Andrew Wiggins? You heard about the story about Andrew?
Oh shit, I did not. Is another one?
Yeah, that's all. Truth of Over Emotion said. They said Andrew Wiggins found out one of his kids is not his, and it's his best friend's, and he's stepping away from the NBA. Shake my name. Yeah, so he's been gone for.
Oh no, that's why he's been out.
Yeah, so they say he has some family issues, but they didn't say what was the issue. But hopefully this is not true. But this is kind of what the rumors was going around. His wife said it's not. That's a lie. But take it as a grain of salt. I would take both sides as a grain of salt, because you know how people can be. Either side can be lying, right? So, but yeah, that's.
I hope they lying. But yeah. But if not, if you notice, this goes right back to the point of what I was saying. How you can destroy a man. This is a big 6'9" strong young basketball player who can't go to work because he found out you've been fucking round on him. And I know that feeling. You can't sleep, you can't eat, just geek, cocaine. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that happened to me before. Honestly, in my first marriage, I found out the second child wasn't mine.
No.
Yeah, it happened to me.
Yeah.
But I had a different outcome, right? Because I was like, yes. So, but it was because of how bad the relationship was, right? But say if the relationship was good,
that nigga said it was the happiest I've been in that marriage. I found out the baby wasn't mine. I'm sorry. No. I threw a party. I mean,
but yeah. So it was kind of like screwed up, like when I first heard it. But I'm the type of person like that likes to look at the good out of the bad in a bad situation. So I took that as okay. All right, cool. That gives me grounds for divorce, and now I can actually go get somebody that's better. Now I can have a better opportunity to find somebody like which I did, right? And that's able to, we can have a productive relationship. So I would say, man, to men that going through that, look at the positive side, because you understand your life is not always going to be peaches and cream, and you gotta have to make sure that you put yourself in a winning situation regardless. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna come out at the end a better man than what she's gonna come out. So, and it always happens like that in every situation. The woman divorces a man, especially if the woman did nothing dirty. I was talking to other men. I was like, you think the Most High gonna send her somebody good after she did a good person wrong? Mm. Like some people say karma, right? Like it's just come on, man. Yeah, it's like.
I used to believe in karma, but I've seen too many hoes win at the end, and I got mad. How many women I wish right now that I used to believe in God. I stopped believing in God. You know why I stopped believing in God?
Oh, why time?
Because if God was real, how much praying I did, it'd be at least 6 women dead right now.
Oh,
God damn it!
They still living, so I was like, he didn't hear shit I said all them times I asked you. She's still breathing. So no, I don't know that. And Let me tell you why hoes win at the end. Look at Sierra. That's a hoe that won at the end. She got Russell Wilson. How did that happen? That isn't right. Her next man should have been a horrible dude. Should have been a homeless dude that worked at Walmart that was using all her money.
Yeah.
That's what she deserved.
Wow, yeah.
Man, she got Russell.
Lori Harvey doesn't deserve any man with legs at this point.
Hey, she got Russell under mind control. It's something going on with this man.
Especially with that last incident.
Now look at Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle Union deserves Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah.
Her husband should rolled up to the altar. I take this woman to be my lawful wedded wife. That should have been her next husband.
Yeah.
But nope, she got an NBA player and a Hall of Famer to boot.
Yeah. And
hoes winning.
I ain't gonna say what she did to the son, but yeah. But
that's what I'm saying. The Lord should strike her down now for turning that 6'3" boy into a chick. That little nigga look like that nigga 6'3", and they up there done took some prom pictures or something with this nigga talking about some he beautiful.
He's 6 foot.
No,
tall. He's tall.
The son, he's tall. But what I'm saying, here's the problem.
Yeah.
That boy has heard he's beautiful more than the average 15-year-old girl has heard it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And this is not an exaggeration. That 15-year-old boy on his pictures of him dressed up as a woman has heard he's beautiful more than the average 15-year-old girl in the United States. There's a problem.
Yeah. And that's why a lot of some ladies are insecure because they don't hear that, they don't hear it enough. It starts from the father. I always say that. Fathers tell your daughters or, ensure that, she's, a decent person and, you're pretty, you're beautiful, whatever. That's where it starts. And then, when you become an adult, you have to be able to just be confident. But if you're not even trying to help your kids and, even understand what confidence is, but then you're going to tell a person who was able to change their gender that they are the most beautiful human being on earth, it's twisted.
And they didn't even change their gender because that's still the same thing. If I listen, let me see. Give me. Just give me 2 seconds to find some kind of example. I could give you this, and I could say, this phone was made by Gucci. It says Samsung on the back. But I want to sell it to you for $50,000. And I say, but no, it's a Gucci phone. You're like, no, it isn't. It says Samsung. And I say, hold on. Gucci. See, it says Gucci now. It is a Gucci phone. And they say, oh, here's $50,000. It's the same fucking phone. You literally just put another name on it. That is a boy.
Yeah. Exactly.
He didn't change nothing. What changed?
Yep.
It's the same old boy. He put on a dress.
Yeah.
It's the same old boy. He done changed his name to Zaria or something stupid.
And then say if he off himself when he gets older, they're gonna blame us for it. And I'm like, yo, we like you had all that support. And then now all of a sudden it's the people that don't agree with that because we understand the outcome of that crap. Now it's
this is the world. This is the world. This is why you look at what's happening to Michael Irvin. How nobody knew what happened, but nobody had a problem with him losing out on tens of thousands of dollars on the Super Bowl with the broadcast where he was supposed to be. And how many men have lost their livelihood and or lives on the lie that a woman told on them? Brian Banks spent 6.5 years in jail from the time he was 18 to the time he was 24 on a lie. A woman said that he had raped her without the G, and he spent 6.5 years of his life in jail. But then when he got out, he got engaged to a white woman and got married, put the picture on Instagram. Black women said he a sellout. So the black girl put him in jail for 6.5 years on the lie.
You talking about Brian Banks?
And he still was,
Brian Banks?
Brian Banks,
yeah.
But he became a sellout because he married a white woman. You can't win as a black man, and you really can't win. You can't win as a man, and you really can't win as a black man. White men can still win because they was able to keep us enslaved and still marry Serena Williams, and no black woman has a problem with that. How you gonna say the white man so bad but chill when a white man get a black woman? That don't make no sense. White man racist. Police is racist. Ooh, girl, you got a white man. Travis Kelce is fine, girl. Y'all kid gonna have good hair. How you gonna sit here every day telling me how back in slave day they would grape us. They would go down there and just grape the black woman, and then you give it to them for free now?
Yeah.
Deep.
Yeah.
Deep.
They don't keep that same energy at all.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into what footage is this one?
This is actual the actual footage of what happened.
Okay.
Michael Irvin refiles a $100 million Marriott lawsuit as a surveillance camera video has been released. It was firstly stated that the Phoenix Marriott Hotel said that Michael Irvin had did some inappropriate advances to him, and in lieu of that, he was removed from the Super Bowl coverage. Michael Irvin is saying, no, that's not what happened. I was having a conversation. It was a friendly conversation. We were joking, and literally that was it. But I'll let you guys go ahead and watch the video and tell me what your thoughts are. He's suing them for basically defamation.
They 2 feet apart right now.
I don't want to make that up. Allegedly. Let me know in the comments what you think. Does he have a case here? Does it look like it was simply platonic and someone took it too serious? Or does it look like he's making advances? Love your thoughts. If you're new here, go ahead and click that follow and like button. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Can you show this without the sound?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you, or do you have the one where the original sound?
I got the lawyer breaking it down.
Because I'll tell people what happened.
Okay, I got the lawyer breaking it down too as well.
He said he'll
Okay.
Yeah, just mute it and play it back. I'm gonna. A lot of people might not know what the fuck. Oh,
sorry.
I was like, who is that? It scared me for a second. I said, who is that? That white woman just came out of nowhere. Oh,
and thought you about to get a case started.
Yeah, right. I was a little scared. Oh, hell no.
All right, I'm about to play it back now.
Okay,
it's muted now. Go ahead.
So what a lot of people don't realize is right here, Michael Irvin was like, hey, how you doing? You know, I stayed in the hotel. She's like, okay, I'm on the manager of the hotel. He's like, yeah, I saw that. You know, I love white women. I've been trying to hit it. You know, I'm just going to let you know a nigga wants you to come upstairs. She's like, upstairs? He said, yeah, you know, bring that ass on up there. I'm trying to come up there. And she said, you don't know me like, he said, look, bitch, this is what I'm trying to do. A nigga trying to hit that. And if you're like that, no, but like, we don't know what she's saying. But I will say this. The one move where he reached over, that was an odd move.
Yeah,
like I don't know if y'all saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a weird move. And I'm a touchy-feely kind of guy, so I understand that. But it don't mean anything by it. Like I put my hand on you, the dude. Hey, brother, what's up? Like I'm that kind of person. But I didn't like the hand movement, and without sound, she still may be able to turn that into something. Because he said at most I sit and talk to her for 20 seconds. Well, of course, this is about a minute. But right there,
yeah,
that's odd.
That's like a solid grip on her arm. Like,
he better say, "Hey."
It doesn't even look like it's on her arm. It looked like he hit her. You know, like when you're standing there and a guy does this.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it, because her arm didn't move. If he does her arm goes down. That's on the inside. It's almost like, and it's a friendly thing to do sometimes, but some of us don't know. You touching somebody that might not want to be touched like that, but still, it's too much. It's just, you never know, because it only takes seconds, especially if you got money, to just say, I'm who I am. I'm trying to come through and, you know, what you're trying to do. But the messed up part about it is,
she's a cleaner, so he probably like, I want you to use those muscles to clean my room. No.
Right. Like, because see how she has her, like, when you put your arms behind your back like that, that's typically, I'm not comfortable. And she her arms went from being in the front of her to behind her, clasped. Again, I don't know what happened, and I'm not trying to say that he did anything. Just as body language, that's a lot of this body language is real off. See?
She stepped back when he touched her again. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of this body language is off.
Yeah.
We just got to do like Keanu Reeves at this point when it comes to women. Put your hands up.
Yo, he said.
I told you.
He was telling me.
I told her that before they started this video.
He was like, yeah, bring a picture up of him and how he actually, you know, when he's up to somebody, how he greets.
Because he'd be like this.
Not even touching, yeah.
Or Mike Pence. Mike Pence, our former VP, said he will not be in the room with a woman without his wife there. Will not be alone in the room with a woman. He thinks it's inappropriate.
Wow.
And women can get you caught up. But the funny part is, like Michael Jordan talked about how women would pay people to find out what hotel the Bulls were staying in. They would send their underwear to him. And he said then they would find ways to come up to the room and he'd open the door and they'd be standing there naked. All these stories are funny. It's never harassment. I've been in the VIP. Women have come up and grabbed my penis. Women have come up and grabbed my behind. And everybody thought it was funny and cute. And if I said I didn't like it, I'd be called gay. Yep. So these women are able to force themselves onto men, force themselves around men, force themselves, like when you hear Cardi B openly state how she used to drug the men she would rob.
Yep.
She's not had any backlash. McDonald's didn't drop her. Matter of fact, they gave her a commercial. None of these things have cost women. And for them not to cost women is odd to me, because a man doing a quarter of what a woman does will get him ostracized from the community. So if you think about this and you just reverse the roles, and this man said, she made me feel uneasy. Nobody would have thought that made any sense. They'd be like, boy, go on about your business. Even if she made you feel uneasy, just walk off. I'm not going to make this a federal case.
Yep.
And that's my problem. So no matter how she felt, this is a federal case of something that should have been, because here's the real deal. Had this been a regular broke dude, you think she would have made this kind of fuss, or she'd have just walked off?
She was walked off. Because I do that stuff sometimes. I'll be like, yeah, you funny, you know, hit him on the shoulder or something like that. We do that, especially with men. We more aggressive with each other.
Well, and us being from the South, think about it. Us Southerners, which Michael Irvin is one of them gold teeth wearing Florida niggas. True,
Florida. Yep. Miami.
Florida, you can't tell a nigga from Florida a joke without him.
He was laughing bent over. That's what Truth Over Emotion. He was laughing bent over. So she probably said a joke. And he probably thought it was funny, and he kind of hit her then like, you funny, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you good people. Dang.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's this thing that shouldn't be what it is, but because we live in a society that says women can find offense of anything, this is what we got. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
No.
Fantasy girl said, my dad like that, and he from Duval. I'm serious. Southerners, we know Southerners. We know Mississippi niggas. We know Texas niggas. We know we know North Carolina niggas. We know South Carolina niggas. Like, we all got our own little thing, but we know them.
And for me, I'm not from the South at all. Well, I was raised there a little bit, but I'm from the Bronx, so I'm like, I'm not used to just people just coming up to me and just touching me and stuff. So it's weird. So I'm like, don't. I mean, not saying you can't if we're cool, but it's kind of like, we got to have our space a little bit. But I wouldn't feel.
No, I feel you on that. Like, them New York people are weird. I remember when I tried to do that to a New York dude. What's up, son? Back up, son.
B.
Word life, kid. Like, what? Gotta be all that.
That's true. So this is right here. He's not touching them.
Yep.
And you listen, this is what he does, and he don't have anything. Maybe something happened and he got it off his record. Like,
no,
Keanu just a better man than most of us.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you that he is. Keanu's just a real good man. My girl cheated on me with Keanu Reeves. I would have understood that. I'm sorry, baby. I fuck Keanu Reeves. Who?
And he's John
Keanu
Wick.
Reeves.
So you know he can fight. He's John Wick.
Oh my God,
John Wick.
That nigga never die. He never
got nothing protecting him. Bulletproof, nothing. Just
that nigga got shot more than 50 Cent, and that nigga still living.
Right. And you tell me that, I'm gonna ask for details. How was it?
You funny. Real quick, Just Ruth says, damn, Michael, if I were a celebrity, I bypass all strange women who approach me. Missy Ann, Becky, Karens have always cried and lied against black males since the horrific plantation days.
And Just Rules is one of the reasons why we'll never get anywhere as black men, because he's, and no offense to him, he's speaking like a black woman who told him to say that, because that is untrue. I just told you, Brian Banks went to jail for 6.5 years off of a lie. Black woman. Mike Tyson went to jail. Who put him in there? Black woman. Tupac went to jail. Who put him in there? Black woman. Clarence Thomas had to have a whole Senate hearing. Who was sitting up there? Nita Hill, black as I am, talking about some, yeah, he did it. Stop it. The majority of black men ain't in jail because some Becky or Karen said something. You're, sir, no offense, an idiot. And that is the reason why we don't get anywhere, because y'all don't believe in stats or common sense. Your homeboy, right, R. Kelly, wasn't a white woman, put him in there. You sit up there and talk about all these people, your homeboy who on child support right now, and ain't a white girl that's up there doing it to him. Most of your niggas you know who in jail because they ain't paid child support. It ain't a white woman up there doing it. It ain't no Karen or Becky. It's the Keishas and Ikas. So come on, bro. Stop that. We'll never get anywhere if we're not honest. We'll never get anywhere if we're not honest. And we got too many men raised in single parent households telling lies. So we got to look out for those Karens. Boy, stop. Michael Irvin got several damn. His ex-wife was taking his money, and that woman black.
Yeah, you basically talking about both of them. We got to be careful. Oh, he said historic data, Tommy. Maybe
it ain't no historic data. This is rare. And let's not talk about historic data. How old are you, 200? So why would I want to talk about historic data with somebody who don't want to talk about my lifespan? It's you been alive. Black folks need to stop trying to act like they're going off of what they read from a white book. Because the historic data you're getting, guess what book you wrote to get it or read to get it from? The white man wrote it. Your mama didn't write no book and told you what happened in slavery days. Your grandmama didn't. Y'all be killing me talking about some historically. What happened in your life, sir? What white woman got you in trouble? What white woman got your daddy in trouble? My daddy went to jail for not paying child support. Guess who put him in there? My black mama.
Now I give a boy what y'all both come from. I think both of y'all have good points, but we tend to focus more on them when it happens mostly in our community. I think that's
right. Like it's a weird thing to bypass.
Yeah.
What people in front of you are doing to talk about the minority of what people are doing. There were rare incidents between white women accusing black men of doing something to them and it being a lie. That is literally rare today. And when you say historically, well, you weren't born back then. You don't know. Well, let's deal with the problem at hand. The problem at hand is women in general have a belief that they can do whatever to a man. And the saddest part is that women have lost their thought of what the value of men is, because it's too easy to put him in jail. No one cares that a man is lied on and put in jail. No one is there. Have you ever seen outrage and a public retraction when they find out the woman lied and said this man abused her or raped her? No. He'll be on the front page when they say he's guilty or accused. When they find out she lied, it'll be on page 6.
If it's on there, if it make it.
If it's on there at all.
Yeah, facts. Hey, he said, I need some Tommy Sotomayor merch. Where can I get that shirt or something? It's my
I'm on the website at tjskoc.com. That's tjskoc.com. Cool. Everything you need from me is on the website.
Okay.
No, I think he just rules that one.
Okay. Lastly, Just Rule says, my upbringing saved me in making the right choices, not as others.
Facts.
All right. So we have more.
Let's get it.
All right. So they shake hands and they. Oh, I'm sorry.
Put this back up there. Yep.
My bad.
All right. This is the witness.
Oh, shit. I'm terrible at this. Here we go.
What you trying to do?
That's kind of been questioned, kind of happened.
Yeah, 100%. So we just came back in from the lobby after taking like a group picture. So I was there with a few of my friends. It was a bit of a work meeting. We had a really positive interaction with Michael. Group photos. I then got a one-on-one photo with Michael, which was great. I was at the back of the group as we re-entered the lobby. So I saw Michael. He was heading towards the lifts, and then he gets called back by a young lady just to say hello. And
did you hear like exactly what happened? Or what was said?
It was a very it was a positive, like, friendly conversation.
Yeah.
They had a brief interaction. It was 30-40 seconds. He kept his distance at all time. It stood about a meter away from her. They ended it with a handshake, and he literally turned around and went back to the lift.
Was anything like inappropriate said, or like
No, not at all. Not at all. There was a little bit of laughter. Obviously jovial conversation. Nothing untoward for me to actually take notice of what was going on.
So there's not even like, did she react in any? There's no way that she reacted uncomfortably at all.
No, not in my opinion. Like, she turned around, like, after the conversation, she went back into the bar area or around the bar area, and everyone continued their evening. It was nothing that I witnessed that was untoward whatsoever.
So I mean, you might be onto something.
You mean to tell me that racist white man took up for this racist? These white people. He didn't take up for his white snow queen. You know how historically they always do. So surely that white man would have taken up for that white woman and said, "Yes, I saw him grab her tits."
Nah. Just Rules is a good brother. I don't think he's on that type.
I ain't saying you're bad. Listen, a lot of people listen. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, and even at the end, he said, "Oh." Many of the modern day black women who operate in this fashion, and who Tommy is talking about, don't belong to us. Boy, that make it difficult. If the vampire looked just like a regular person, you can't tell the difference. Boy, it would sure be kind of hard to tell if the zombie looked just like the regular person. So if you're saying these women who do something wrong, they don't belong to us, but the only time we can find out they don't belong to us is when they do something wrong, it's kind of messed up. That's like finding out she got AIDS after you got it.
After you got it. Stop it.
Oh, but I was gonna go back. I think you onto something. I didn't think about when you said about how we are in the South, how we kind of like when you tell a joke, we hit them and touching and stuff. And hearing that guy's conversation, I'm putting that context into the picture, and I was like, oh, okay, it makes more sense now about what was going on. So that's why he was so hurt. Because he thinking he having like a friendly conversation, think it's a sweet,
Told a few jokes.
Yeah, we had a good little time, and I'm here to have a good time, have fun, make sure I'm respectful to everybody. And for her to say that to that, and I heard another interview, he was saying like I had to correct a lot of my actions in the past, so this wouldn't happen again. And now he's kind of getting labeled like how he was back in the day, type of deal. So. That was a good point. Yeah. Good observation.
Mm-hmm. And listen to that man talk. Listen to what he said. I had time to spend one-on-one. So it wasn't like Mike was just going around only talking to women and bypassing dudes. It seemed like he was just being a celebrity and basking in it feels good sometimes. And especially when he's past his career. So it's not the same. He doesn't get the same responses when he come in. So when someone does recognize him, he probably takes actually a lot of time speaking to them because it still feels good to be recognized. So he did it with men and women. And all of a sudden, this woman who's a staff member, who he probably thought he did nothing wrong to, even if he made an off-color joke, how is it that we can make, like they've now said catcalling a woman should be illegal?
Well, they can't go to New York streets then because they ain't stopping that.
They try to make women single, boy. You can't call out a woman. How they gonna find somebody?
Go in the Bronx and see how that.
They're gonna beat it on these days now. There's plenty of fish, and them guys gonna be fishing.
I can understand why they don't want you doing that because it probably confuses cats. Cats running around. You calling us now? I'm talking to her. Well, why you cat calling? Why you ain't girl calling? Dad and I keep dad jokes.
Oh no, man. All right, so the next one is
Let me see it.
All right.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay, this is where the lawyer is breaking the video down, I think. And make sure.
Well, wow, they're having a lot of conversation. As Marriott released in their statement, they said basically, he said one word to her, an offensive, vulgar thing that he did not say. It's clear from the video and from these witnesses. But they have a very lengthy conversation and no one's trying to tell us what that is. Go ahead. That's where she tells some kind of joke, I believe, to him. He's seen kind of bend over. She's shaking her head back and forth like that. He walked in closer to her. She didn't back up at all. Now they're shaking hands. Now, I want you to watch the end interaction here. Because she's going to kind of, when the people come up, she'll kick her leg. As she walks off, she's still talking to Michael over the shoulder. All friendly. There you go. Kicks her leg. And see right here, she can look back over her shoulder and say to Michael, now pause it. Okay. They claim he was leering at her. When he looks back at the bar, she's leering? Because you're about to watch, she's gonna go over here, and that guy is gonna go he's gonna get very visibly upset with her. And basically, there's somebody who's, I don't wanna use the word abusive, but there's somebody who's really being forward to her. It's this gentleman here. It wasn't Michael. So watch what happens. Okay, go ahead and roll the tape. You see him grab her, and she falls, not pausing. Now Michael's looking over there for the first time. He's not watching her. He's talking to these guys. You'll see in a second, they turn around and they start talking to him. The guy in the white hat. Okay, go ahead. See?
Yeah, because she over here.
Mm-hmm. So he went talking back to the guys.
Mm-hmm. Walks out to go take a selfie with this, we believe, Renaissance employee, 99% sure. And the security guy stays right there with him, who's been around for the whole conversation, really.
He didn't ask her for a phone number, nothing. So I don't get what the issue. No, seriously, I'm saying I don't get what the issue is. And then lastly, somebody need to go in there and say black men are different. Let's just be real. Here's one thing that all black men do, and I think it's just innate in us, it's in our DNA. No matter what woman walk past, no matter what she look like in her face, for some odd reason we go, we just got to see what you're working with. We don't mean nothing. It's just what we do. Tell me I'm lying. It just walk. It's a thing you don't even know you doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing we've been doing just for a long time. And that's what I said, leering. How is leering a thing? Now, so now leering is going to prove her point?
Yeah.
It seems like, well, if he leered, that means she's right. What the fuck is leering? It sounds like taking a bunch of jets places. He's leering.
But then that's just what.
Yeah. So just Ruth said Michael's lawyer studied the video, suggests he was targeted. Yeah, he might was targeted because a lot of these women they operate at like that. They know a high roll is coming in. Let me see if I can get a case. Right? If she was smart, she would have knew where that camera was, and she could have. If she would have slid back around about 2 feet, closer to the bar, she probably would have got away with it.
Yeah, they use the stanchion part of it as a block.
Mm-hmm. And
you would have never known what happened.
Exactly.
That's women win a lot of these cases. But that's what I said earlier. Remember, I said, because if it had been a regular guy had said anything to her, this wouldn't have been a case. The guy's broke. She would have never went and told somebody. So a lot of this, even the Me Too movement, I tell people this. Have you noticed that there was no Me Too movements against broke men? Me Too was always against some dude with money, some celebrity, some actor. He did Me Too. Well, there needs to be a Me Too movement for men.
Yeah.
I paid her for sex and she left. Me too. She got us off.
Exactly.
I helped pay for her phone bill. I hit the booking on her Instagram. Me too. Like what? It's a lot of men and Me Too. This shit but we don't get that with the Me Too movement. And if you don't mind, I just want to answer this guy. The guy in the comment section said, and it's funny. I like when people say stuff like that. He said, "My question to Tommy is."
Okay, I see. My bad.
Yeah, he said, "My question to Tommy is to point out cases of black women making false accusations against men before 1970, because he said it's only a new thing that black women are making accusations against black men." I don't know what his idea of new is, but I'm 47 years old and ain't a person on earth would call me new. So when you said before 1970, that would be 52 years ago. If you believe that we supposed to go back that far, so my response to him was, sir, I don't care what happened before 1970 because I was born in 1975. So I don't care if every white woman was claiming that every black man was trying to GRAPE them back in 1970. They ain't doing it today in 2023. So I refuse to live my life and judgment of people based upon what you read, because you ain't old enough to remember what happened before 1970 either. You read it from the white man.
Oh no, it's not. I think he's going off this. So another lesson for men to stay disciplined over there. But I say unto you, that whoever looketh on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery with her in our heart. Matthew 5:28. Nice. There will be more.
Our lust gets us in trouble. Our lust gets us in trouble. I said I can agree. Our lust gets us in trouble most of the time as men.
Exactly. It said there will be more Michael Irvins as long as we men continue to lust after strange women. Yeah. And that's what I had to like you said earlier, when you used to look, I had a real problem with it, and I figured that out. Like, damn, why am I doing that crap? And I had to kind of like focus, because that junk is hard. Like, we just do it automatically, and we don't even
don't mean anything by it.
Yeah, we don't know we doing it, and I'm just like, why am I? And it got to the point that I could see a woman front and know how her ass look, and I was just like, how the hell can I know how big her ass is by looking at her front? And I
can guess a woman's breast size by her shoulder width. No. But no, like it's a thing, though, but it's a natural thing. But you know what it seems like the liberals are doing? They're trying to take away the natural chemical bond between men and women. They really are. They're inserting men as women. They're telling men to find those women more attractive than actual women. Tell me I'm lying.
Yeah.
You get called homophobic for saying that a man dressed up as a woman is not attractive. You can't say that.
Yep.
Now they're telling you must find big women in the black community, fat women. You must find Lizzo attractive. We're going to keep throwing Lizzo at you. Or we're going to keep throwing women at you that look like it's a bug's life. So everybody got to have a BBL or just be a man. And then the woman with the BBL got to have tattoos from her neck down, so it will confuse you because it looked like a damn sailor. It looked like your homeboy. It looked just like your homeboy with some pretty titties. It's a weird feeling. She talked like your homeboy. Sup, son?
Yeah, exactly. I never got why a man women would think that a man want a man. Basically, because that's basically what you're giving them. You're giving them another man. And I used to be like,
look how often they say bro.
Yeah, I was like, like, what are you talking about? Like,
they're trying to be cool, I guess.
No, they're trying to be hard, like, and trying to be aggressive. Like, I had a woman that I don't directly work with her, but like I was picking up some stuff, and they was talking about Floyd Mayweather fighting some female fighter, and he was like, Floyd Mayweather get beat up. And I was just like, are you serious? I was like, it's Floyd Mayweather. Like, what is your problem? And they actually, you know what I mean, thought that it was real. Like, it's crazy out here. So it's
Ronda Rousey. And I remember I was so glad when that woman Holly Holmes beat Ronda Rousey's ass, because she was going around saying, she even went on ESPN and they broadcast her saying she wanted Floyd Mayweather next and she could beat Floyd Mayweather up. And nobody had a problem with a woman challenging her. But if Floyd Mayweather had watched one of her fights and say, I want her next, I'll beat this whole ass, they'd have had a problem. Like, think about it. They would have had a problem. A woman can sit up there and say, I'm just as good as Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan can say, I'm better than Cheryl Swoops. He's wrong for saying that. Our society is making men who are supposed to be the protectors of society so weak that they won't be able to protect society. And I keep trying to tell people that that's where that's coming from. Because your government does not want does not want the shepherd to be over the sheep. The men were the shepherd. And if they can rid the men, imagine if you could convince a shepherd that they too were a sheep.
Yep.
You're convincing these men that they're no longer leaders, that they're a part of the pack. And who's going to be there when the marauders, the government, then do turn around and say, okay, it's time for us to get our pickings. Nobody's gonna be there. Y'all gonna have Saucy Santana trying to fight for y'all.
Ow.
That's gonna be your men. All these men. That's gonna be them.
But I wanted to highlight something right quick. What happened? So Just Rule said, "No offense, Tommy. It's all love, my brother." And he said, "Welcome back to social media, Tommy." And then he said, "No, we good. Just Rules. I love the art of banter." So I just want to point that out, brothers. Like how we disagree. This is a good thing. We'll disagree. We have different things, but at the end of the day, it's all love. You see how it wasn't no disrespect. It wasn't nothing crazy. You know what I mean? We all come together. We all come back, and we all come down and sit at the table. And we need to see more. I just wanted to point that out. So,
well, no, ladies,
you should challenge me.
Yeah,
people should challenge me. Why would I say things if I can't back it up? I tell people all the time. That's why a lot of people love having their own YouTube channels. Because anybody that question them or say something that they don't like, you can block them. You never have to deal with anything other than praise. Mm-hmm. Go to any one of these shows. Notice the comment section is full of "We love you. You're the best thing in the world." And anybody who questions what's being said get blocked.
Yeah.
This one makes me.
I don't want you to tell me I'm great. I know I'm not. Give me the flaw so I can get better. But seriously, tell me where I fucked up. Yeah. I need to know to get better. If they weren't, liberals want you to have football games with no score at the end of it for the kids. Then how do they know who got better?
I hate that. Like, I hate it so bad. I'm like, so you're just gonna tell them a lie? Like, we both won? Yep. Like, you gotta still teach them early. You teach them early now, they'll understand later. Yep. Backwards.
I used to teach my son when he was like I think he was like 6 years old, 7-year-old team, and they didn't take score. So what I used to do is I used to have my wife take score for us.
We used to take the own score.
And then they used to be happy. Yeah, we won because there was no score. I'm like, nah, y'all lost this game. Like,
we just like to keep it real with everybody.
Yes, because that's why when we get disappointed now, that's why we shoot up the school, because they're not used to being disappointed because somebody told them that everybody's pretty, everybody's smart, everybody gets a trophy. So when you get up in real life and everybody doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. That's...
Good point. Hustler and Muscular says, is considered body shaming if a man has a standard as far as how his woman should present herself
physically.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah. It's getting terrible out here. So Truth Over Emotion says, when men turn into a transformer and fight women in their sport like MMA and crack open a woman's skull, they don't want equality then. Facts.
Did y'all see that video? It was hilarious. A trans woman was on the track team at a college, and it was running the 4x100, and it was a white man.
Oh, see.
That white man got so far out in front of them that he stopped and turned around.
Yeah, that's
to let them get closer because he realized I'm making this look really bad, and they're going to say that this is a man running against women.
Yeah.
So he stopped and turned around to let them get closer.
Wow.
That's some stuff me and James do when I'm running too damn slow. Goddamn.
I'm like, come on, man. God damn, baby. Like,
they said it was high school. Sorry, it was high school. But I saw it and I thought, what? Like, he literally stopped because he realized how far he was ahead of them.
That's terrible. This is the world we living in. I thought the bathroom situation was bad, but
yeah,
nah.
See, we lucky. We got 4 boys, so
yeah,
so we good over here. We gotta worry, but yeah, finding them a wife, checking their birth certificate. If they live in New York, I'm sorry, you can't date them. Like,
well, see, I say you unlucky you got 4 boys because them boys could turn into girls, or they could end up dating a girl that used to be a boy and he don't know, and then he can't complain. I like because I got girls because the worst thing they can do is carpet munch and scissor. That's it. If one of my girls get a girlfriend, I'll be like, well, at least I know I ain't got to worry about no teenage pregnancy.
Oh my, but that's true. But damn.
I can take you right off the peel, girl. You don't need that.
Damn. Fat Boy for Life. What's up, yo? Good evening, everyone. Been working a lot last couple of weeks. Hey, I have been missing the show. It's okay. It's
good,
okay.
it's good. Appreciate
All
it,
right.
brother.
The next video is I think Michael Irvin.
Oh, talking. I think.
All
Did
right.
I get his press conference? Let me make sure.
Nothing happened.
No.
Nothing happened. You know, I have worked very hard to overcome some mistakes of my youth, to regain the trust of my family and friends, my community, Cowboys Nation, NFL fan base, my employers, and my NFL Hall of Fame teammates. I can tell you, I have done nothing to violate that trust. Nothing to violate that trust. And I know, no doubt in my mind, in the end, the truth will come out.
Yeah, sheesh, man. I hope he able to get that money back. Honestly, like say if everything he's saying is true, I kind of leaning more on his side. But if say hopefully he's able to you know what I mean, get those deals back, because like it's a lot of people that lost jobs. Like I know Warren Sapp lost a job, and a couple other people that was on TV, Paul Pierce, all acting fool, whatever. They kind of lost opportunities. So yeah.
Well, Warren Sapp lost his because I think he had got caught with bought a prostitute, didn't he?
Yeah. He was acting a fool. So I know that if they quickly to get you up out of there. So, but yeah.
And here's the funny part about it: Robert Kraft got caught buying prostitutes. They didn't take the Patriots from him.
I forgot about that.
Sure did.
Yeah. Dang.
I keep up on people getting caught buying prostitutes because, well, you know, I got to realize what spots not to go to.
He said, True Emotion said, Tommy, if you got offended $1 million, offer $1 million, would you do a versus roast? You one-on-one the best along with Corey Holcomb.
Oh.
Listen, you wouldn't have to give me $1 million. You could probably give me some spicy thighs from Popeyes and a gift card, to the local mall, Simon Mall. I'll be all right with it. I just like the art of roasting. I think it's a beautiful thing when you can do it and do it in a manner that's hurtful to the person because what you're saying is actually true, and you still don't have to go down a certain like playful banter, like when you joking back and forth with your friends. I like that kind.
Yeah. So he said, Muscle H&M says, when sugar turns shitty, they are not going to forget their gender den. So much for equality.
Yeah, like with the fighter, the Fallon Fox, I think is his name. He was beating women and cracked one of them's orbital bone. It was a man that was supposed to be a woman, and we keep on having these. That's why it's funny. Women need to stop helping to push their own demise. Every time women say, let's push gay men, they're knocking themselves back. Let's push trans women, they're knocking themselves back. And they don't realize it until one of these people get into their sport, because if you're trying to be equal, they should be allowed to go to your sport.
Yeah.
I said this yesterday, men should understand this. If a woman's good enough, that they showed last night, some woman got a chance to play in a college baseball game. It was a college baseball game. The first woman to get to play against these men. Now the pitcher, look what kind of pressure was on him. If that girl had hit a home run on him, he'd had to live the rest of his life knowing as he's the first college player to give up a home run to a female. It's an embarrassing stat. She would have been able to make fun of, you can't even get a girl out.
Yep.
But he can't go and play for the girls' league. So she can move up and you can't keep her out, but there are laws to keep you out of their league. How is that equality?
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of these women losing scholarships and their parents are pissed off because of that. With running track and stuff. So a lot of this stuff that they're agreeing with, it's affecting people.
Backfire.
Yeah, it's backfire. It's messing up. Judge Ruth said Mona Lisa. Yeah, I heard like kind of like historical people. Well, I mean, going back, they said that was the first transgender photo. They said that was the actual man that was painted. So
Good tell.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's too much going on, and we allow it, and this whole thing. These women are going to live to regret it. I'm sorry, they're going to live to regret continuing to make men appear to be a threat. To continue to keep looking at men as I should be able to sue you for money. You can make more. I should be able to have you put in jail. You'll get out, and even if you don't, you're just a man. So who cares? They're going to regret that day because they're going to turn around and look for men. And men are going to start walking away and saying, you do it yourself.
Yeah.
It's too much risk being involved with you now.
They doing that now, right?
Yeah. Some guys are. Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
It's Truth and Purpose.
What's up?
What's up, brother? He said, dating the marriage support. Hey, sis, great to see you and your hubby. Appreciate you guys, and salute to the great Tommy. Love you guys. Thanks, facts. Tommy, you making a big splash coming back, man. I see you. I was looking for you, man. I was like, what time you at, man?
Yeah.
Y'all gotta always find me on Rumble on my website. Those are the things they can't knock down. They can't knock down my website.
The website.
And
Exactly.
Rumble is this thing so far, they can't knock it down. So I enjoy that people are saying that they miss me, but I always tell people, if you really miss me, hit that Cash App.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe you missed me unless you hit that Cash App. You didn't hit that Cash App, you just playing.
The Cash App. No, that's facts. So
okay, so yeah. Anything else about the Michael or
Tommy, you got any final thoughts, man? Or you want to promote anything, or what you got going on? You got some big stuff coming on. I know how you be, man. What's going on? Tell us the secrets.
Well, the biggest thing that I have is still I love my movie and I want people to go see it. So if you have Amazon Prime, if you have the app on your TV and you want to watch A Fatherless America, just go to it, look up A Fatherless America, watch it on Amazon Prime. Or if you don't have Amazon Prime, you can go to my website at afatherlessamerica.com and watch it. Everything else I'm doing, I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. Showing up wherever I can show up. These shows are freaking awesome. Like right now, I'm dual streaming you guys. Probably like streaming like for a few places. We got 777 people live over on Rumble.
We
got 887 people live here on YouTube over on the Tommy Sotomayor Back in Action channel. We got 100 people live over on my fans only channel. We have so I have to broadcast it everywhere I can to make sure, because they're gonna flag me off or something. So the best way to find me is just go to my website. That'll tell you where everything is. As far as this topic, I really feel bad for somebody like Michael Irvin, because Michael Irvin has been through a lot. You might not know his background, but Michael Irvin had a real hard battle with cocaine. It affected him during his playing time, and especially after. He had to go to rehab and everything. And to see him get back on his feet, start to get a name for himself at ESPN and the NFL Network, and some random woman who had a 1-minute interaction with him could bring all of that down. He was on the coverage for the Super Bowl, and which is, if you're an announcer or any kind of broadcaster, that's what you want to be like. That's the pinnacle right there. You can be a part of that broadcast. And he had that stripped from him over a BS allegation. And nobody decided to say, hey, wait a minute. Before we take away a man's liberties or a woman's liberties, let's make sure these accusations are worth it. Let's not do what we typically do in society, where when a man is accused of doing any kind of sexual assault against a woman, they put his name out there. But there's a thing called a grape shield law. And you know what that does? It protects the woman, even if we don't know she's lying or not. It protects her identity. So this person can slander your name before you ever set foot in court. And here's the biggest part about that, ladies and gentlemen. When you are accused of something as heinous as this, it would be like if some man accused me of sleeping with him. Even if I prove outright that I've never met this man, you know what people still call me? Gay.
Yep, still. Yep.
It's men still dealing with, A woman lied on him, but we still remember the headline of they said you did this. So what we'll say is, oh, he probably got away on some technicality, or even if he didn't do it to her, that doesn't mean he didn't do it to someone else, or why did he put himself in a position for that to even happen anyway? So we still judge the man even after we find out that he didn't do anything wrong, but the woman has been protected. She goes on with her life. It doesn't hurt her from getting married. No job says, man, we can't hire you. You've already lied on a man before. Nothing happens to her. And what that does is if every time the boy who cried wolf got the same response every time he cried wolf, do you think he's going to stop crying wolf? Or do you think it's going to make other people in the village start crying wolf too, because they realize crying wolf gets you attention? Well, the reason why a lot of women are doing this is because it gets them the attention they want, and they literally get no repercussions at all.
And they get paid.
Yes, like nothing happens. If you find out she lied and told everything, which makes no sense, because in the law we have this thing called perjury. So if a woman goes to the police and says this happened and it's not true, shouldn't she be prosecuted for perjury? If a woman goes and says this baby is mine and puts me on child support and we find out it's not, shouldn't she go to jail for lying on a legal document?
Yeah. I say, yeah. That stop a lot of this lying.
Yep.
But you want so we put your movie up here, so please guys check it out.
Make sure that's right.
That's correct, right? Fatherless America. Yep.com. That's it.
All right, cool. So everybody,
like I said, Amazon Prime, stream it at your house, enjoy it, give it 5 stars. I think it's a 8.9 on IMDb, 8.9 out of 10, and currently on Amazon, it's a 5 out of 5.
Yep, I've seen
that. Nice, good job.
Thank
Hustler must say, I got falsely accused myself one time. Looking for me, I have received in a form of a screenshot text message from the woman. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Keep all your evidence. Sheesh.
See? I hate to even hear a brother say, it happened to me. Like I said, the real Me Too movement never gets pushed. Men don't get to say Me Too. Somebody talked about the Duke lacrosse team. The Duke lacrosse team, a black woman accused these white boys of doing something to her. They lost their college careers. Nobody has ever apologized to those boys. They haven't gotten a dime. They just had to, they had to just go on, be grown men and still be looked at as the Duke lacrosse boys. Meanwhile, guess what? The woman who accused them of doing this, guess what happened to her?
She kept scripting.
She kept on going, and 7 years later, she ended up killing her black boyfriend.
Oh, I did not know that.
She's in jail now for murder.
Wow.
Yep. So that's what not allowing someone or not giving someone response, so holding someone responsible for their actions. You ruined these boys' lives and nothing happened to you. All that did was make the next woman say, I can outright tell a lie. The worst he can do is prove I lied. It stops there.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, I'm going to tell that lie. If the worst could happen is all you can do is prove me wrong, and you got to go through hoops, lose all kind of money, buy all kind of lawyers to just prove me wrong, you go broke. No woman who accuses a man loses a dime. The DA, the county, the state, the county, they pay all the money. They pay every dime. She does nothing but bring a charge. You got to immediately hire a lawyer, because if you don't, then you're going to say something that they're going to use against you, because even if they believe her case is weak, they're just going to use your words to make her case stronger.
Exactly. That's why always, every time I go to the court, I get a lawyer. It's cool if you can do it all yourself, but I ain't trying to take that risk. I want to make sure everything. You should have seen how my lawyer broke down my ex in the courtroom. I felt sorry for her. That's how bad he was doing it. I was like, damn, stop. He whooping her ass.
That's your problem, sir, because if it had been the other way around, she'd have been like, get that nigga Rex.
That's true.
We got his ass.
Right. She would have pulled out her phone. It'd have been on Instagram, your ass on the stand looking like that wet dog.
I was like, man, I told him thank you afterwards. So I was like, woo. I ain't look at that man the same after that. I was like,
I'll tell you that my last words or anything, we need to start basking in women's downfall. Fellas, we got to bask in it. We got to take it as thing. We got to look at it like we just eating the best cookie in the world. Just savor it. Just Yeah. What happened, man? That woman got ran over by a truck. Did you see that? I did.
Jones, but what's up, brother? He said Kobe name is still attached to him even after death.
Thank you.
All after not being found guilty. Yep, and not being found guilty. Facts. Oh man, that's
he wasn't found. He was not found guilty. That's a touchy.
What happened?
They never went to trial. She didn't testify. The case went away. Colorado said we're not going to bring the case because she won't testify. And then the woman got this thing where she never talked about it again, and somehow she was able to afford a nice house and a car. Seriously, if you got enough money, you can get out of stuff like that. Because all he had to do was make it to where if she won't cooperate with the state, they can still bring the charges, but they had the weight of the NBA and Kobe's money on them. So it was easier for them to say, we could lose millions of dollars trying him, or we could probably gain a few million not trying him.
Yeah, fact.
Justice might be blind, but Stevie Wonder still spend money.
You're a fool, man.
Like every sentence. Jay Prince?
Jay Prince, the president, said, luckily I had everything recorded. Yeah, man.
Wasn't y'all live the other day? You and
Yes. Okay. Jay Prince, we frenemies. I can't stand this man, but he all right with me. He tickled me. He made one of my guests have to leave last night. Just Jay Prince is too much, boy. Jay Prince is eating syrup with no pancakes. It's too much.
He said us men should protect us men. Don't
yes.
take accusation that serious unless you know he did it for a fact. Yeah. That's honestly that's a lot of women do it. But, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's no way for men. The men are men's biggest enemies, period. Women couldn't get away with any of the stuff that they're doing. I say the same thing to women. Women couldn't get away with the stuff that they were doing if men stood and stuck together. Boy, we won't. We will watch another man get railroaded. We will make fun of a man. That's why you went to jail for child support. What kind of man says that to another man? Like, that's the stupidest thing in the world. Like, nigga, you got a 400 credit score. You don't pay none of your bills. My bill just happened to be a kid. Because it's what it is. It's a bill. If it comes every month, that's a recurring bill.
Yeah, facts. And I don't get no child support. So you see how the courts are, but anyway, that's not but no, man.
But yeah, thanks, Tommy, for stopping by for sure. We'll do another collab again whenever you're ready.
All right, thank you guys for having me on. I'll probably be up for the night, so I'm probably gonna go live and finish the conversation over on my show. We'll give them another one because this was an important conversation, and I like talking about how men get railroaded because people don't want to talk about it. So it's Saturday night. I'll smoke a little bit, drink a little bit, and have some conversation with them.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'll listen in. I'll be on Rumble, man. I'm gonna try to figure that site out. So it was nice to finally get to meet you, Tommy, man. It was a good conversation. You always a good brother. You always come up. I know a lot of people hate on you, but I always see the good in you. So appreciate everything you did for us.
When I first seen you, had me dying. Like, you so funny. You first played. I said, wait, you could say that on here?
And I tell you what, I really think that I don't know. Y'all probably hear this a lot. You have to, because you can see it. Y'all are a beautiful couple. I love the fact that just see y'all there. I always wanted to one day have been able to do that where I sit with somebody and it's just us. And the one thing that we don't see enough of, and these channels should have way more views, where you see a black man and a black woman praising each other, because I was listening to this brother, how highly he spoke of you and you being in his life. That mean a lot to me because it says if I was light skinned, I probably could find a good woman too. I just no, but it really it needs to be more people seeing more black couples that are together instead of always drama. The biggest numbers is this black woman saying this about this black man or vice versa on YouTube, instead of we got two people who are sitting there, and it's just a beautiful look to me. And I want to thank y'all just for showing that look to us.
Appreciate it. Thank you. And that's why we kind of did doing this more often, because we seen the lack in our community, especially like the husband and wife kind of teaming up, and that's why we kind of like help different couples and different things, because we need more of this, and we want to change community. We're gonna have to put the work in. So a lot of times, like happy couples and they just be all right. I ain't got time for all that. I'm just gonna worry about my own. But we seen the need, and we was like, hey, let's get out there and let's get the work done. Like we started this 3-4 months ago. So yeah. So we're gonna get out. We're gonna grow. We're gonna get out to a lot more people, and have these wonderful conversations. So
all right. Well, anytime y'all need me, I'm there, and I thank y'all so much for bringing me up.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much, Tommy. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. See you.
All right.
Hey, so that was the legend Tommy Sotomayor, man. We really appreciate it. We and it's the good thing about Good Brothers. We told him like last minute. I think you told him this morning.
It was like really last. So sometimes it takes me like I'll have the stream already ready, y'all ready to go, but then sometimes I'll do it last minute. So I was like, oh, I think since I just recently connected with Tommy, I was like, oh, I think he would be good to be on this show because of the topic. So I asked him last minute, like a few hours before, and he said, yeah. So that was nice of him to do that. So
and then he stayed a few hours with us. So man, that's love, man. And so anytime you want us to come on our channel, we're gonna try to make sure we there to support. Please you guys support him. Go to his website, get his movie. I actually want to see his movie because I haven't seen it before. I heard about it, but I gotta kind of make sure I get that, stream it.
Yeah, we got Amazon
kids.
Prime.
We got all these kids around here, so
we got Amazon Prime, so we'll definitely watch it.
He said, "Fact." Shout out to James to lay down. Appreciate that, Jones boy. Jones boy always showing love too as well, man. Appreciate y'all for real. Facts. So
I gotta go back on Jay Prince's show.
Yeah, he said, I never seen two light skinned people together.
Yeah, I gotta get James on your show.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna start getting on more shows and starting to talk more and stuff. I just kind of be busy. I'm doing a transition, not the transition these other people talking about, but I'm doing something else right now. So, once I get a lot more time, I will start talking more and kind of get more out there.
Yeah. So you done?
Yeah, man. So we done. We had a couple other videos, but yeah, she was getting tired of it. I need to go watch my game anyway. So don't tell me who won if y'all know who I'm talking about. So, but
again, we'll do this on Saturdays. Saturdays work for us, and I got James to be able to be on. So if you want us to talk about a specific topic, please send it to my let's see, Instagram, anywhere really, but Instagram I'm normally on. Just send it to me, Lady Di DTM. Send me anything you want me to talk about, a specific topic. If you have any issues or concerns with your relationship, just send it to me. We can talk about it. If you want it to be private, then you can go to our website. I have to always play this. I'm promoting datingtomarriagesupport.com. You could book us there. Also, you can find more about us, how we started, all the love that we're receiving, our mission, our values. We even have a facts page that could tell you more about why we do what we do and the understanding of it. You can also book us here. We have about 1 session, 3 sessions, 5 sessions. You could click there and then we're accepting new clients always. All right. See, that was better. See, when I did it earlier.
But no, I appreciate all the love, everybody. Just Rules. He always showing love to us. He said, thanks for having a Saturday show. DTM ran the weekend service leads for me. Exactly. Brother James got that knowledge. Appreciate that, brother, man. I try, man. I'm trying to be like you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I see you be heavy on them scriptures, man. We probably need to talk offline about that. Seems like you got a lot of knowledge. So, but we're gonna continue to keep this going. We're gonna remain strong on what we're doing. We just thank you all for the people that's been with us from the beginning. I know we're still young, but we're gonna grow, and we always gonna look back to all the people that was with us from the jump. And y'all always have a voice, and y'all always have a place in our heart on this page. So I really appreciate you guys. So
yes, for sure.
He said your wife is really trying to show that waitering.
You know, I try not to show it like that, but it's been, listen, I've been right here lately. But yeah, just let us know what you want us to talk about. And we do want to have more guests on here, more couples. I just haven't been reaching out, and some people have been reaching out to me. I just haven't scheduled it all the way because when I have a couple on here, I want it to be a certain type of show. Because we want to discuss many different aspects of what's going on. So it takes me a little time to get that going. But if you have any couples in mind, or if you're a couple yourself and you want to be on the show, when I say this because it's for free on live, it's free, then you definitely could come up. Just like I said, hit me up on my DMs, Lady Di DTM, and check me out on Lapeef. I'm on there on Thursdays right now. So definitely check us out. And he says, wait a minute, is James Breezier? What is that?
Probably said Bruiser, I think.
He's not saying Bruiser. I don't know. You know what he's saying?
Nah, I don't know. But yeah, man. Appreciate everybody from being here. Thank you, Tommy, again for coming on the show, even though it was last minute.
Oh, from the Bruiser show. That's what he said. Right here.
Is that what you mean?
That's what he said.
No, I don't think I ever been on Bruiser's show.
Nah.
Yeah. I know I'll probably be on there one day. I'm probably go chill with the brother, because the brother always show love, man. Bruiser is one of those guys I always show love, and it's kind of good meeting like real people on YouTube space, because a lot of times, you know, I remember before we didn't really want to get on there that much because we was not scared, but we was like wondering, is it gonna be like a lot of fake people? But it's actually, man, we've been running into like good, genuine people, man. And I think that's, you know, I mean, once you get those people like that, like it's, you know, I mean, it's it's refreshing, because they're a married couple, they have kid. I think they got one on the way. So, you know, I mean, we love seeing that type of stuff. So because we all about family right now. So we got to make sure we keep those family units together. And then now we can actually build something. You know what I mean? We can actually be the samples that we actually will like when we was younger to see. Because a lot of us didn't see that growing up. So
yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, man. So appreciate you guys for being here. You know, we love all the love and support. Man, protect yourself. Make sure you get your stuff in a row. If you don't know stuff about credit, you got YouTube. You got me. If y'all want us to do a show about credit, I'll show you. I got probably.
Well, yeah, we didn't even get into like our business and the stuff that we do besides the dating world.
Yeah.
But you know, soon when the time is right, we're gonna start talking about that.
Yeah, but it's a lot of other channels that y'all can go to. Y'all don't need us, honestly, but yeah, man. Thank y'all for the love and support. You know what I mean? We'll see y'all next Saturday. Peace. You can go put that video on. Put that video on, baby.
That girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine.
Music licensing reimagined.
I got a girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine. My one time for the one time.